The key to human elegance is controlling emotions and not attacking others with one's words. Always remember that deep waters run slow. A wise person speaks little. And those who are truly educated always remain humble without boasting. Those who truly possess wealth always live simply without seeking ostentation. Meanwhile, those with intelligence always know to keep silent and speak just enough when necessary. Speaking is a unique ability that distinguishes humans from animals. However, some people use this ability to utter insults, swear words, and vulgarities that can hurt. Sometimes, the damage is even more severe than physical injuries. Reckless words can cut like a sword, but the tongue of the wise is healing. Therefore, learning to eat, speak, and lacking in either, one cannot be considered complete. Communication always prioritizes quality over quantity or form. There's a Chinese saying, if roaring solved anything, donkeys would rule the world. Occasionally, we find it hard to resist the urge to attack someone, and when treated unfairly, feel justified in punishing the offender with harsh words, whether in their presence or behind their back. However, the ancients taught us that the more words, the less the truth, but those who control their tongue are truly wise. Therefore, both in life and society, we must always control our emotions and speak gently. This is how to build a good first impression in the eyes of others. Silence is a language flower, scentless but possessing a refined beauty. This flower reveals its majestic beauty fully if you know how to bloom it at the right moment. And now there are 8 times when being silent shows wisdom. 1. If you cannot verify the information you have. In the bustling tapestry of our lives, where words often fly faster than thoughts, there's profound wisdom in choosing silence, especially in moments brimming with uncertainty or sensitivity. This is where the timeless philosophy of Stoicism illuminates a path not just of restraint, but of discernment and respect. It teaches us that the true essence of communication isn't merely in the abundance of words spoken, but in the depth and authenticity of the ones we choose to share. Consider this scenario. You're about to delve into a matter that treads closely to someone's life or dignity, or perhaps you're on the cusp of sharing information that hasn't fully been verified. It's precisely in these moments that the Stoic principle of cautious speech becomes not just relevant, but imperative. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This quote invites us to pause and reflect on the weight of our words and the impact they carry, reminding us that the power of speech lies not only in the ability to express, but also in the wisdom to withhold. The primary objective of engaging in conversation is to exchange information that's both meaningful and reliable. Every individual seeks to be enlightened through their interactions, hoping to glean truth and understanding from the discourse. In recognizing the pivotal role of communication, one must exercise deliberate caution in ensuring the accuracy and integrity of the information being exchanged. It's in the moments of choosing silence over speculation that trust in communication is both built and preserved. Before you speak, especially when broaching topics of sensitivity or matters implicating the honor and lives of others, pause and ask yourself, do I hold the complete picture? Am I certain of the facts? The Stoics urge us to speak only when we've armed ourselves with knowledge and clarity, for in the realm of conversation, precision is both a form of respect and a bulwark against misunderstanding. But how does one navigate these waters in daily life? How do we discern the right moment to speak and the right time to embrace silence? Let's engage in a thought experiment. Imagine you're about to share something you've heard, information that could influence perceptions or decisions. The Stoic approach would not only urge you to verify the information, but to ponder the necessity of sharing it. Is it beneficial? Is it kind? Is it true? These questions are not just filters, they are the very pillars upon which the edifice of meaningful communication rests. In urging us to embrace silence in situations where we cannot verify the information, Stoicism invites us to a higher standard of interaction. It's a call to elevate our conversations, ensuring that when we do speak, our words are not just heard, but valued and respected. This philosophy doesn't advocate for silence as a permanent state, but champions it as a strategic pause, a moment to gather thoughts, verify facts, and reflect on the impact of our words. As we journey together in this exploration of Stoic principles, I invite you to ponder the power of silence in your own lives. Have you experienced moments where silence proved more eloquent than speech? How has the careful consideration of your words affected your relationships and interactions? Your insights and reflections enrich our community, shedding light on the myriad ways in which Stoicism's ancient wisdom continues to guide us in the modern hustle. 2. When your words could wound another's heart. In heated debates tending towards aggression, a smart person would choose silence, holding back all the emotions about to erupt, and the desire to win at all costs is how you avoid hurting others. Be honest with yourself. We are always aware to some extent of the potential harm our words could cause. Thus, choosing silence is to refuse to harm others. Epictetus, who counsels, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In the heat of debates teetering on the edge of aggression, the choice to embrace silence is a testament to one's strength and a reflection of a deep understanding of the power of words. The wisdom to withhold words, especially when emotions surge like tidal waves threatening to break the dams of restraint, is not merely an act of self-control, but a profound expression of respect towards the other. It is an acknowledgement of the weight words carry and their potential to leave scars on the hearts and minds of others. There's an inherent knowledge, a whisper within, that signals the potential harm our words can unleash. Opting for silence, therefore, isn't an act of cowardice, but a deliberate choice to protect, to shield both oneself and the other from the sharp edges of hastily spoken words. This decision stems from an understanding that the aftermath of unkind words is often regret and the erosion of relationships that could have otherwise flourished. When you're worried that your silence might make you appear weak, you can put that concern aside, because only the strong can restrain themselves in such difficult situations. This strength is not born out of passivity, but from a place of profound courage and self-awareness. It is the embodiment of the principle that true power lies in restraint and in the understanding that not all battles are worth fighting, at least not with words that wound. The art of holding back, of choosing silence over speech, is not merely about preventing immediate harm, but about nurturing and preserving the relationships that enrich our lives. It is about creating a space where understanding can bloom in the absence of conflict, and respect is cultivated in the quiet moments between words. This approach to communication, grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism and the timeless insights of those who have navigated the complexities of human emotions, offers a beacon for modern life. As we traverse the landscape of our daily interactions, this principle invites us to pause and consider the impact of our words. It challenges us to ask ourselves whether what we are about to say will open the door to understanding and connection, or whether it will serve as a barrier. By choosing silence in moments when words could wound, we open ourselves to the possibility of deeper connections, to relationships built on the foundation of mutual respect and understanding. 3. When you feel the other person needs to be listened to. In our fast-paced, often overwhelming world, there's an art that's becoming increasingly rare: listening. Picture this scenario. You're in the middle of a bustling coffee shop, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee in the air, people typing away on their laptops or lost in books. You're sitting across from a friend who's had a challenging week. They start sharing their story, their frustrations, and their hopes. In this moment, do you choose to dive into the sea of your thoughts, waiting for your turn to speak, or do you anchor yourself in the present, giving them your undivided attention? Here lies a profound yet often overlooked truth. Sometimes it's better to stay silent and listen. Listening is not merely an act of hearing, but an expression of respect, an acknowledgement of the other person's worth and experiences. In an era where everyone seems to be in a rush, where conversations often feel like competitions rather than exchanges of thoughts, choosing to listen To really listen can feel like a revolutionary act. It's about embracing the silence that allows the other person's voice to be heard, about understanding rather than replying, about being present rather than merely physically there. This choice, to listen actively, signals to the other person that they matter, that their words have value, and that you're genuinely interested in what they have to say. But why is listening so powerful? Let's delve into a modern tale that might shed some light. Imagine a young entrepreneur, Alex, who's passionate about launching a startup. Alex attends a networking event, eager to pitch the idea to potential investors. However, instead of dominating the conversations with enthusiastic explanations of the startup, Alex decides to listen. By doing so, Alex learns about the investors' concerns, their interests, and what they're truly looking for in a startup to support. This act of listening enables Alex to tailor the pitch in a way that directly addresses the investors' needs and concerns, ultimately securing the much-needed funding. Through listening, Alex not only gained valuable insights but also built stronger, more meaningful relationships with the investors. This story exemplifies how listening can open doors, create opportunities, and foster connections that go beyond the superficial. Moreover, listening cultivates a space for growth for both the speaker and the listener. When you listen, you're exposed to perspectives different from your own, which can challenge your preconceptions and broaden your understanding of the world. It's a practice that nurtures empathy, encourages humility, and fosters a sense of community. Who would turn away from someone who offers their full attention and an open heart? So let me ask you, when was the last time you truly listened to someone without thinking about what you'd say next? When did you last offer someone the gift of your silence, your attention, your presence? It's a question worth pondering, for in the answer lies the key to deeper, more meaningful connections. In our journey through life, particularly in moments of discord or misunderstanding, the strength of our relationships often hinges on our ability to listen. It's a skill that doesn't shout but whispers, doesn't take but gives, and in its subtlety holds the power to transform. Listening is an act of kindness that can change the course of a conversation, and perhaps even a life. The next time you find yourself in a situation where words seem to fail, where the urge to speak overpowers the patience to listen, take a step back. Choose to listen. It's in these moments of silence that we often find the most profound connections, the deepest understandings, and the most valuable lessons. After all, in the symphony of human interaction, sometimes the most impactful note is the one that's not played. Let's cherish the art of listening, for it's in listening that we open ourselves to the vastness of others' experiences, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us in ways words alone cannot. 4. When you have nothing to say. In the daily lives where the clamor of digital notifications and the ceaseless chatter often drown out the tranquility of silence, we sometimes forget the profound power held within moments of quietude. It's within these moments that we're reminded of a simple yet transformative truth, beautifully articulated by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation, groping for words, feeling the pressure to fill the air with dialogue, fearing that silence might usher in a wave of awkwardness? It's a common scenario, one that betrays our discomfort with silence and our misunderstanding of its value. But let's pause and reconsider. Imagine those moments when there's genuinely nothing pressing to say, no urgent information to exchange, and no need to orchestrate a cheerful ambiance with forced conversation. Why not bask in the company of another, embracing the silence as a shared experience? This quietude can often be a canvas upon which peace and serenity paint their strokes, allowing both individuals to simply be in each other's presence without the compulsion to speak. This silence, far from being a void, is filled with mutual understanding and acceptance. It signifies that the mere presence of each other is sufficient, a testament to the comfort and trust that has blossomed in the relationship. Such moments remind us that not every silence needs to be filled, nor every gap in conversation bridged with words. Furthermore, consider the times when another's silence is not a gap, but a space they're holding for themselves. It could be a moment of reflection, of internal dialogue, or simply a pause in the endless stream of thought. Epictetus's advice echoes profoundly here, reminding us that listening, truly listening, is not just about hearing words but also about understanding the unspoken. Respecting another's silence can be a form of support, an acknowledgement of their need to process thoughts or emotions privately. By choosing to stay silent alongside them, we offer a gift of patience and solidarity. It's a recognition that our presence, devoid of words but full of empathy and understanding, can be a powerful form of support. This shared silence becomes a sanctuary, a space of mutual respect and care where words are unnecessary, and the bonds of trust and companionship are reinforced. As we navigate through the myriad interactions of our lives, let us carry with us the wisdom of the Stoics, who understood the value of listening, of being present, and of embracing silence not as an awkward interlude, but as an opportunity for connection and reflection. In doing so, we open ourselves to deeper relationships, richer experiences, and a more profound understanding of the world around us and the people we share it with. So, I turn to you, dear listener, with a question that invites reflection and perhaps a conversation in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a moment where silence is spoken louder than words, where the absence of speech opened the door to deeper understanding or connection? How did it transform your perception of silence in your relationships and interactions? As we ponder this together, let us remember that silence, in its essence, is not empty, but full of potential. It is a canvas waiting for us to appreciate its value and the depth it can bring to our lives and relationships. In embracing silence, we embrace the opportunity to listen, to understand, and to connect in a world often too eager to speak and too reluctant to simply be. 5. Silence in the face of indecency. At any age, we can't avoid receiving rude, indecent words or even provocations and insults from others. In these situations, silence is the most powerful weapon you can use. Your silent attitude will be a strong, dignified, yet gentle enough response not to embarrass the other party while conveying your message. Silence is golden, a principle that rings particularly true when faced with indecency. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, tune not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The sentiment perfectly encapsulates the essence of choosing silence in the face of vulgarity. It's a deliberate act of controlling what we can, our reactions, emotions, and the dignity with which we carry ourselves, rather than being swept away by the provocations of others. In such moments, silence is a shield, a barrier that dignifies our response and elevates us above the fray. When confronted with rudeness or insults, the instinctive reaction might be to retaliate, to match indecency with indignation. However, this often serves only to escalate the situation, leading to a cycle of negativity that benefits no one. Instead, by choosing silence, we adopt a posture of unassailable strength. This silent stance does not signify acceptance or agreement, but rather a principled decision to not allow the indecency of others to dictate our behavior. It's a form of response that's both strong and dignified, indicating a deep well of self-respect and a refusal to be dragged down to a level of disrespect. Moreover, this approach does not embarrass the other party, but instead leaves room for reflection on their part, potentially leading to a realization of the inappropriateness of their actions. It's a lesson in restraint and maturity, demonstrating that true power often lies not in the words we speak but in those we choose to leave unspoken. By remaining silent, we communicate volumes. We suggest that the words or actions directed at us are unworthy of a verbal response, that we are above petty squabbles, and that our peace and self-respect are not easily disturbed. In the realm of modern life, where social media and online interactions often amplify rudeness and indecency, the decision to embrace silence becomes even more poignant. It becomes a conscious choice to not engage in fruitless debates or to be drawn into the quagmire of online altercations. Here, silence can be a form of self-preservation, maintaining one's mental and emotional well-being amidst the cacophony of the digital age. Furthermore, this principle of silence extends beyond personal interactions. It's applicable in various facets of life, from professional environments where disparaging remarks might fly, to social settings where gossip and slander are all too common. By choosing to stay silent, we set a standard for our interactions, fostering a culture of respect and dignity even in the face of disrespect. This ethos of silence in response to indecency is not about passivity or avoidance. It's a strategic, powerful stance that speaks to the character of the individual. It's about choosing battles wisely, about understanding that not every provocation deserves our energy. Legendary figures and leaders throughout history have exemplified this principle. From Mahatma Gandhi's peaceful resistance to Martin Luther King Jr.'s dignified fight against injustice, the power of a measured, silent response has been demonstrated time and again. These figures understood that silence, when used judiciously, can be a form of protest, a statement of dissent more powerful than words could ever be. So, embracing silence in the face of indecency is not just an act of restraint, but a profound strategy for navigating the complexities of human interactions. It's a testament to strength, dignity, and an unwavering commitment to maintaining one's composure and integrity in situations that seek to undermine it. As we move through the ebbs and flows of life, let us remember that sometimes the most powerful statement we can make is to say nothing at all. In the silence that follows, we find not weakness but an unshakable strength that defines our character and our approach to life's myriad challenges. 6. When you're trying to break a bad habit. Understanding and seeking ways to break a bad habit is precious. However, changing a habit isn't always easy. Our actions, often carved out of the bedrock of habit, are executed without a moment's hesitation, without the conscious oversight that could steer us in a new direction. This autopilot mode, while efficient in some contexts, becomes a formidable adversary when we set our sights on change. When embarking on this journey of transformation, we're invariably met with an inner resistance, a kind of psychological inertia that aims to keep us tethered to our old ways. It's here, in this battleground of the mind, that silence becomes our most potent weapon. By choosing silence, we grant ourselves the space to observe, to listen, and to reflect. It's a form of active engagement with our inner selves, a way to monitor the tumult of thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. This deliberate quietude, this purposeful withholding of speech, acts as a mirror, reflecting back to us the patterns we're so eager to change. It amplifies our focus, sharpens our resolve, and, most importantly, enhances the efficiency of our actions. But why is this silent reflection so critical in the face of habit change? Let's delve into a modern anecdote that sheds light on this question. Imagine a world where technology is omnipresent, a constant companion in our daily lives. Within this digital landscape, a habit as seemingly benign as the compulsive checking of our smartphones becomes a significant barrier to mindfulness and presence. A young professional, caught in the whirlwind of instant notifications and endless scrolling, decides to embark on a quest to reclaim their time and attention. The strategy? To institute periods of deliberate silence and disconnection from the digital world. This act of withdrawal is not a passive retreat but a strategic pause, allowing them to observe the automatic pull towards their device and to gradually diminish its hold over their actions and attention. This narrative isn't just a testament to the power of silence in breaking habits. It's a mirror reflecting our own struggles and triumphs in the face of change. It prompts us to ask, what habits are we allowing to govern our lives unconsciously? How might silence serve as a tool to unveil these patterns and foster a transformation within us? As we ponder these questions, let us remember that the journey towards change is not a solitary endeavor. It's a path we walk together, guided by the shared wisdom of those who have traversed it before us. Silence and quiet modification increase focus and efficiency in our actions, a reminder that in the stillness lies our strength, in the quiet, our clarity. So as we conclude this exploration of the pivotal role of silence in habit change, let us carry forward a few key lessons. First, that silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a profound strategy for self-awareness and transformation. Second, that in the face of resistance, both internal and external, our silent reflection is a beacon, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our patterns. And lastly, that in this quietude, we find the focus and efficiency necessary to forge new paths, to break free from the chains of habit, and to step into a brighter, more intentional future. In embracing silence, we embrace the potential for change, for growth, and for a life lived with purpose and presence. Let this be the message we carry forward, a testament to the power of silence as a catalyst for transformation in our lives. 7. Silence is a wise investment of time. Instead of spending time chatting, focusing your mind and time on work and personal skill development is a more practical and intelligent choice. Idle talk consumes a large amount of your time and energy. Marcus Aurelius once mused, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." In a world brimming with idle chatter, gossip, and the ceaseless cacophony of opinions, how often do we find ourselves caught in the web of words, spending our precious moments on conversations that leave us feeling more drained than enriched? Gossip, in particular, can become a kind of mental addiction, captivating us with its fleeting thrill, only to leave a void within, a lingering emptiness that echoes long after the conversation has faded. It's akin to junk food for the soul, momentarily satisfying but ultimately devoid of any real nourishment. But what if we chose differently? What if in those moments when the urge to speak grips us tightly, we paused and asked ourselves, what truly matters in life? Is it the transient satisfaction of being heard, or could there be greater value in using our time for self-improvement, for honing our skills, or simply for introspection? This isn't about cultivating silence for silence's sake, but rather recognizing when words serve purpose and when they merely fill the air. Seneca, another Stoic luminary, advises, "We should every night call ourselves to account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired?" Imagine applying this introspection to our conversations, discerning not just what we say, but why we feel compelled to speak. Consider this an invitation to view silence not as an absence, but as a space. A space where creativity can blossom, where self-awareness can deepen, and where the mind can find clarity amidst chaos. In choosing silence, we're not shunning connection. Rather, we're deepening it, allowing ourselves to listen more attentively, to understand more deeply, and to connect more authentically. It's in this space that we can truly hear not just the words of others, but the voice of our own inner wisdom guiding us towards what matters most. But how, you might wonder, can we cultivate this practice of silence in our everyday lives? It begins with mindfulness, with being present in the moment and recognizing our impulses to speak. It's about asking ourselves, is what I'm about to say necessary, kind, or true? And sometimes it's about embracing the power of listening, of giving someone else the stage, and finding joy in the act of truly hearing them. So, dear listeners, as we tread this Stoic path together, I encourage you to reflect on the moments when silence could be your greatest teacher. When have you found wisdom in withholding words? How has silence shaped your understanding or brought clarity to your thoughts? Share your experiences with us, and let's explore the myriad ways in which silence can enrich our lives. Let's remember that the journey through life, with its ebbs and flows, calls for both speech and silence. Each has its time, its place, and its purpose. And in the delicate balance between the two lies the art of living wisely, of navigating our days with the serene mind and resilient spirit that Stoicism teaches us. Silence, dear friends, is not merely the absence of sound. It's a profound presence, a vessel for growth, reflection, and profound connection to the world around us and to the depths within us. Let us embrace it, not just as a strategy, but as a way of being, a facet of our journey towards a life lived with intention, purpose, and profound wisdom. 8. When you find yourself wanting to speak ill of someone. Epictetus once said, We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This ancient adage serves not just as a reminder of the physical anatomy we bear, but as a metaphor for the balance we ought to maintain between our eagerness to speak and the wisdom to listen. Among the myriad moments in life, there are those when silence becomes not merely a choice, but a sanctuary. Consider the instance when the urge to speak ill of someone creeps into the conversation. Here, silence is not merely an act of withholding words, but a profound lesson in self-reflection and emotional maturity. To speak ill of another is to navigate the treacherous waters of judgment, often with a compass skewed by our biases, particularly towards those we hold in contempt. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius offers guidance in these moments, suggesting, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This introspective stance invites us to consider our own imperfections before casting stones at others. The endeavor to malign another's character, whether they be a spouse, relative, friend, or colleague, might momentarily grant the illusion of triumph, yet it ultimately casts a shadow upon our own. As Benjamin Franklin aptly put it, remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. The wisdom here lies not in the act of suppression, but in the discernment of understanding that true victory is found in the battles we choose not to fight. In navigating the complex web of human emotions and relationships, the resolve to maintain silence when tempted to speak ill requires overcoming personal animosities and prejudices. It is in the quietude of reflection where we can confront our negative emotions, understand them, and, if necessary, choose a path of constructive engagement. Engaging privately with the individual in question to share your views offers a bridge to understanding, built not on the pillars of criticism, but on the foundations of mutual respect and empathy. The essence of silence transcends the mere act of withholding words. It is a call to embrace silence as a tool for personal growth and relational harmony. It encourages us to wield our words with precision, understanding that their impact extends far beyond the immediate moment, resonating through the corridors of our relationships and reflecting back upon the very essence of our character. As we navigate the modern hustle, beset on all sides by the clamor of competing voices and the relentless pace of life, let us remember the power of silence. So, to the men who find themselves at the crossroads of contemplation and speech, remember that in silence, there is wisdom to be found. It is a compass by which we can navigate the stormy seas of conflict and misunderstanding, guiding us to the shores of compassion and understanding. In the end, our legacy will not be measured by the words we spoke in haste, but by the moments we chose silence, allowing our actions, our integrity, and our compassion to speak for us. As we conclude today's exploration on 8 situations where it's better to stay silent on the Stoic in Your Life channel, let's remember that silence, much like the Stoic virtues, is a powerful tool in cultivating personal growth and nurturing harmonious relationships. The journey towards mastering silence is challenging, requiring us to embrace discomfort, exercise patience, and, most importantly, learn to set aside our ego to truly listen and reflect upon the perspectives of others. Implementing this wisdom in our daily lives is no small feat, yet the rewards it brings are immeasurable. By choosing silence wisely, we not only foster emotional resilience, but also pave the way for a deeper understanding and connection with those around us. Now I encourage you to reflect on how you can apply these principles of silence in your life. Have you encountered situations where holding your tongue proved beneficial, or perhaps moments when, in hindsight, silence would have been the wiser choice? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Let's foster a community where learning from each other's journeys enriches our own path to personal growth and happiness. Remember, in the art of silence, every moment of restraint is a step towards wisdom. "13 Things You Should Quietly Eliminate from Your Life in Silence." Stoicism. Prepare to redefine your life. In today's episode on Stoic in Your Life, we're diving deep into 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life in silence, inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism. Join us as we explore essential habits and mindsets that could be holding you back. We invite you to engage with us, reflect, and comment on each point we discuss. Make sure to watch till the end for a transformative experience. These next few minutes could be the key to unlocking a more profound understanding of yourself and paving the way for significant personal growth. Ready to embark on this enlightening journey? Let's get started. Number 1. Conscious use of social media. Imagine your life as a vibrant book filled with rich narratives, lessons learned, and exciting adventures. Now, picture social media as a vast library, bustling with countless other stories being shared at every moment. It's an enticing scene, isn't it? However, this digital library holds a subtle yet significant peril: constant comparison. As we peruse through the polished highlights of others' lives, we often find ourselves juxtaposing our personal struggles against their peak moments. This unfair and unrealistic comparison can spiral us into feelings of dissatisfaction and envy, illustrating the potential harm of unchecked social media use. To mitigate this, consider treating your visits to social media as purpose-driven excursions. Enter this digital library with clear intentions, be it seeking connection, inspiration, or information, and ensure you exit promptly, refocusing on the narrative of your own life. Establish specific times for engaging with social media, such as during breakfast, a work break, or before bedtime. This structured approach helps prevent these platforms from consuming excessive amounts of your time and mental energy. Moreover, always question the motive behind each interaction online. Are you seeking something constructive, or merely trying to pass the time? Such introspection distinguishes productive engagement from passive, aimless scrolling. It's also vital to recognize when social media starts negatively affecting your mood or self-esteem. Should you find yourself disheartened after using these platforms, it might be prudent to step away and engage in activities that rejuvenate your spirit, like delving into a good book, pursuing a hobby, or simply savoring the tranquility of nature. By adopting these mindful practices, you not only safeguard your mental health, but also begin to appreciate the beauty of your personal journey, devoid of needless comparisons. Every individual's life is a unique tapestry woven with threads of triumphs and trials, each adding invaluable depth to their story. Reflect on how you can start crafting the next chapter of your life today, with minimal digital interference and a heightened focus on what truly enriches your existence. Embrace the Stoic philosophy in the modern era as your beacon of resilience, well-being, and prosperity. The ancient wisdom of Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, who once stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking," can profoundly influence our approach to contemporary challenges. Transform obstacles into victories, stress into strength, and uncertainty into clarity by harnessing the timeless insights of Stoicism to navigate the complexities of the 21st century. Together, let's embark on this enlightening journey of self-discovery and growth, taking control of our narratives and crafting lives filled with purpose and peace. Number 2. When dealing with people who hurt you. In navigating the turbulent waters of personal relationships, particularly with those who have wronged us, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a compelling approach. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This timeless counsel underpins our strategy when dealing with individuals who have inflicted pain upon us. There is often little to be gained from engaging with those who disrespect or hurt us. Rather than seeking explanations or wrestling with grievances, it is more prudent to maintain our composure and move on. This is not merely about avoiding conflict, but about honoring our self-respect and personal boundaries. When someone fails to treat us with the dignity we deserve, choosing to sever ties without fanfare or justification is both a powerful and silent affirmation of our worth. Consider the scenario where a once trusted friend betrays you. While the instinct might be to seek closure or understanding, sometimes the healthiest option is to simply say no when they seek reconciliation or support. Offering an explanation, particularly to someone who has demonstrated a lack of character, is not an obligation. It is a choice. By opting out of such cycles of conflict, we place ourselves on a path that prioritizes our well-being and personal growth. In making these tough choices, we embody the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control, our actions and reactions. As we quietly remove toxic influences from our lives, we make room for relationships that are nurturing and aligned with our values. This not only fosters a healthier emotional landscape, but also propels us towards a life that is more authentic and fulfilling. Our modern lives are cluttered with obligations and relationships that often demand more from us than they give back. By applying the principle of silently eliminating harmful influences, we respect our limitations and focus on growth. This practice isn't just about cutting ties, it's about setting the stage for future interactions that are enriching and supportive. As we navigate this journey, let us remember another Stoic insight from Seneca. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Thus, in the grand narrative of our lives, let us strive to fill our chapters with meaningful relationships and experiences, fostering a story that is truly worth telling. Number 3. Avoid raising your voice in front of others. In the quest to cultivate a Stoic demeanor, one often overlooked yet crucial aspect is managing one's vocal expressions in the face of adversity. It's essential not just to refrain from raising your voice among peers, but to channel any surges of frustration or anger into constructive endeavors. Consider the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, who advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This guidance becomes particularly pertinent when emotions threaten to overpower reason. Transforming emotional energy into a catalyst for personal growth is both an art and a science. When tensions rise, rather than allowing anger to dictate your actions, engage in activities that not only advance your objectives but also fortify your physical and emotional resilience. Reflect deeply on your emotions. Use this introspection to fuel endeavors that build rather than break, be it through professional achievements, physical fitness, or creative outlets. Moreover, in times of stress, maintaining discretion is paramount. Exposing one's vulnerabilities inadvertently during heated moments can undermine one's stature and effectiveness. Instead, cultivate a practice of resolving issues quietly and with dignity. Embrace problem-solving, fulfill your responsibilities, and ally with rational thought to navigate challenges. This subtle approach prevents the spread of personal turmoil and enhances your reputation for composure and reliability. To enrich your life further, foster an attitude of gratitude. Recognize and appreciate the people and circumstances that constitute your present reality. This shift towards gratefulness can significantly alleviate emotional burdens and contribute to a more balanced and fulfilling existence. Remember the poignant reminder from Epictetus. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. As we strive for inner peace and a Stoic balance in our modern lives, it becomes increasingly important to find quiet, dignified ways to release emotional pressure. This journey towards Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's trials, but transforming them into opportunities for growth and enlightenment. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to engage further. Leave a comment, share your thoughts, or simply reflect silently on how these principles can be integrated into your daily life. Let's continue this journey together, embracing the challenges and transforming them into stepping stones for personal and collective triumph. Number 4. Avoid constantly comparing yourself to others. Let's delve into a critical aspect that can transform your perspective and enhance your contentment in life: eliminating the habit of constant comparison to others. Have you ever caught yourself looking at someone else's life and feeling like you somehow don't measure up? It's a common scenario, but as we explore this, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius: very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Each individual treads a unique path, laden with distinct achievements and successes that deserve to be appreciated on their own merits. The detrimental habit of measuring our lives against those of others not only impacts our emotional well-being negatively, but also stymies our personal growth. It can dramatically lower our self-esteem, as we often find ourselves trapped in the snare of unfavorable comparisons. When we fixate on perceived deficiencies rather than celebrating our own strengths and accomplishments, we undervalue ourselves. What does it feel like to live in the shadow of others' expectations or standards? More often than not, it leads us to lose sight of our own goals and aspirations. This distraction diverts our focus from what truly matters: our personal growth and fulfillment. It's easy to fall into the pitfall of yearning for what others have or what we think we should achieve based on societal standards. But is this truly beneficial, or does it merely hold us back from progressing on our unique journeys? Let's consider a different approach. By consciously choosing to eliminate comparison from our daily routine, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for our circumstances and genuinely celebrate our progress and growth. Every person has their distinct pathway and individual circumstances that make comparisons not only unfair, but also unhealthy. We each possess unique strengths, face different challenges, and walk different paths in life. Instead of looking sideways, what if we focused upward on our own learning and personal development? This shift in focus empowers us to embrace our journey without the weight of comparison. How might your life change if you directed that energy towards understanding and developing your capabilities and celebrating your own milestones? Take a moment to reflect. How often do you compare yourself to others? What do you feel you might achieve if you redirected that focus back to yourself and your own growth? Let's journey together, focusing on what truly enriches us, forging paths inspired by our own dreams and aspirations, rather than shadows cast by others. Number 5. Avoid sharing your judgments with others about so-and-so. In our journey towards self-improvement, a critical lesson from Stoicism that stands out is the importance of managing our judgments about others. Picture yourself in a situation where, instead of contributing positively to a conversation, you succumb to the temptation to criticize someone. This not only ruins the atmosphere, but also diminishes your character in the eyes of those around you. Instead of giving in to such impulses, why not elevate the discourse? Consider a modern workplace scenario where gossip and personal judgments could easily undermine team spirit. Imagine you're part of a project team, and there's one member whose approach you find particularly frustrating. It's easy to let slip a negative comment or two to a coworker. However, what if, instead, you sought to understand that person's perspective or find common ground? This approach not only prevents conflict but also fosters a collaborative environment. What kind of impact do you think maintaining diplomacy could have in your own life? When you feel inclined to share unflattering opinions about someone, pause and reflect on the possible outcomes. Is there a more constructive path? Perhaps discussing your concerns directly with the individual involved could lead to a resolution or at least a mutual understanding. Being diplomatic doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather choosing a more thoughtful and respectful way to express them. This not only helps in maintaining peace, but also in cultivating an ability to coexist and adapt, regardless of personal differences. Always remember that your words and actions reflect your character. Opting to withhold harsh judgments and instead engage in open dialogue shows maturity and wisdom. How might you start applying this principle today to improve your interactions and relationships? By embracing Stoicism in our daily interactions, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to a more respectful and understanding world. Let's strive to be individuals who add value to conversations and relationships, transforming potentially negative situations into opportunities for growth and understanding. In doing so, we not only foster personal growth, but also build a foundation for healthier, more resilient relationships. Number 6. Relationships. In our exploration of Stoic philosophy and its practical applications in modern life, we encounter a profound yet often overlooked aspect: the art of navigating and sometimes ending relationships, whether they be friendships or romantic connections. This is not a matter of casual consideration, but a deep reflection on how we manage our emotional entanglements and the information we choose to share or not share about them. Imagine this: when a relationship in your life, unfortunately, comes to an end, how do you handle the aftermath? The Stoic approach suggests that certain details, especially the more intimate ones, should remain private. This intimacy, which you once shared with someone special, belongs solely to the history between you and that person. Why, you might ask, should such details remain undisclosed? Well, consider the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, a staunch Stoic, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By holding back from spreading personal grievances or conflicts, you protect not only your own peace of mind, but also respect the sanctity of that shared past. But what if you are grappling with unresolved feelings, a sign that perhaps not all wounds have fully healed? It's human to want to share, to seek a confidant to unload our burdens. Yet, in these moments of vulnerability, there's profound strength in introspection. Talking to oneself, as if stepping outside the tumult of your emotions, offers a clearer perspective on the situation. What would you discover about yourself and the relationship if you allowed yourself a moment of quiet reflection instead of seeking external validation? Now, if the relationship in question is causing turmoil in your life, the Stoic practice would advocate for its careful removal. But how do we undertake such a delicate task? Keeping the dissolution private, handling it with the grace and discretion it deserves, not only aids in the healing process but also upholds the dignity of all involved. As the philosopher Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. In applying this wisdom, you become a testament to managing personal affairs with integrity and emotional intelligence. Consider this. How often have we shared too much only to find our stories twisted into rumors that complicate recovery and reconciliation? In your own life, can you identify moments where silence might have been the wiser, more dignified response? This isn't just about avoiding gossip. It's about fostering a culture of respect and privacy that honors the complexity of human relationships. It's about nurturing our inner resilience, learning to process and let go of relationships internally, which in turn cultivates a deeper understanding of oneself and the paths we choose to follow. Let's reflect on these thoughts together. How might changing your approach to privacy and the sharing of personal details alter your relationships and personal well-being? By embracing this quieter, more reflective path, we not only honor the teachings of Stoicism, but also foster a life of greater peace and less conflict. Thank you for being here in this video. Which of these 6 points do you find most challenging in your daily interactions, and why? Feel free to share your experience with us by leaving a comment of the number that matches with you. For example, number 1, or number 10. Kirtakandayinamaker. Number 7. Unnecessary goals. As you navigate through life, you'll often encounter moments that call for reflection on the choices you make, the actions you take, and the authenticity with which you pursue your path. There comes a time when you may find that certain ambitions you've held on to no longer serve your true purpose. It's a natural part of life's journey to reevaluate and sometimes relinquish these goals to better align with your intrinsic nature. This process, though challenging, is crucial. Consider this. In your day-to-day life, how often do you find yourself pursuing objectives that don't genuinely resonate with who you are or what you want to achieve long-term? It might be chasing a high-paying job that demands too much of your personal time, or aiming for social milestones that don't bring you joy. The key is not just to recognize these misalignments, but to act on them, quietly and strategically. By quietly eliminating unnecessary goals, you embrace a form of Stoic wisdom. There's no need to announce every change or decision publicly. Broadcasting your intentions can inadvertently expose your strategies and weaken your position. Instead, move with discretion. Let go of the lesser goals silently, making room for gradual yet impactful changes in your life. As you do this, always shield your deeper plans, allowing your genuine self to steer your course. Imagine you're at a busy cafe, surrounded by the buzz of daily hustle. You overhear conversations about promotions, exotic vacations, and lavish purchases. Amid this noise, you find yourself questioning, are these the successes I seek, or am I just swept up in societal expectations? This moment of introspection is your cue to reflect on what truly matters to you. What goals have you pursued that might have led you away from your true self? How can letting go of these free you to focus on what's genuinely important? Such questions aren't meant to unsettle you, but to fortify your resolve and refocus your energies on pursuits that mirror your real aspirations and values. In essence, the lesson here is about discernment, the ability to judge well. It's about understanding that not every opportunity is worth taking, and not every goal worth achieving if they don't align with your core. As you make these subtle, yet significant changes, you're not just simplifying your life, you're enriching it, ensuring that every step you take is imbued with purpose and authenticity. So, as you move forward, remember this. The art of knowing what to let go is as important as knowing what to pursue. This balance is what defines a fulfilled and genuine existence. How will you apply this wisdom to your life today? And number 8. The pursuit of external approval. In today's hyper-connected society, it's easy to feel like you're constantly performing on a stage where everyone's a critic. As you step into the glaring spotlight, imagine being encircled by a sea of faces, each one quick to judge your every action, word, and choice. The weight of their expectations can be crushing, stifling your true self. But what if you could step off that stage into a tranquil haven where the only voice that matters is your own? This shift represents a powerful liberation, the freedom to be guided by your internal compass rather than the clamor of external validation. Recognizing and prioritizing your inner voice over the cacophony of societal approval is crucial. When we rely on others to dictate our worth, we lose touch with our core identity and desires. It's akin to wearing clothes that don't fit, only to appease those around us. Reflect on the moments when you felt most fulfilled. Weren't these times when you were true to yourself, independent of others' opinions? So how can we integrate this self-reliance into our daily lives? It begins with introspection. Before making a decision, pause and ask yourself, is this truly for me, or am I swayed by others' expectations? Learning to trust your gut and recognizing your needs is a significant step. Another transformative practice is bolstering your self-esteem. Appreciate your attributes, celebrate your successes, and view mistakes as learning opportunities. Remember, The journey to self-acceptance is continual, and each small triumph is significant. Moreover, foster relationships that affirm and encourage your individuality. Surround yourself with those who appreciate you for who you are and encourage you to express your true self. By releasing the chains of seeking others' approval, you pave the way for a more genuine and satisfying existence. Imagine now a modern professional Anna, who once thrived on her colleagues' accolades. Yet despite her successes, she felt unfulfilled. When she chose to prioritize her values over the applause, Anna discovered a profound sense of self-worth and direction, transforming her career and personal life. She began making decisions that resonated with her beliefs, which not only increased her satisfaction, but also attracted like-minded professionals who respected her authentic approach. Why not reflect on your own life? Are there areas where you're performing for approval rather than living your truth? Remember, every step you take towards authenticity is a step away from the shadow of conformity. As you contemplate this, consider how liberating it feels to follow your path, crafting a life story rich with personal truth and bravery. As we conclude our exploration of the pitfalls of seeking external approval, let this be an invitation to examine how you can embrace a life of authenticity, true to yourself and unfettered by others' expectations. The journey towards self-reliance isn't just about finding your way, it's about rediscovering yourself at your most fundamental level. Number 9, the way we handle our relationships. Imagine you're tending to a secret garden, your very own private retreat where you cultivate emotions, dreams, and cherish special moments with someone close. This space is sacred, a sanctuary that demands respect and care. In the realm of relationships, be they friendships or romantic involvements, this garden metaphorically reflects the multifaceted experiences that shape who we are. Yet, when a relationship reaches its conclusion, marked by pain, confusion, or the need to process the change, it's vital to recognize the sensitivity of what was shared within these confines. When you choose to keep the reasons for a relationship's end to yourself, you're not just safeguarding the other person's dignity, you're protecting your heart as well. Disclosing intimate details or the dynamics of the breakup opens up possibilities for misunderstandings, judgments, and even worse, gossip. This doesn't foster healing, but rather prolongs the pain and nurtures a cycle of negativity. So how should one navigate the end of a relationship with health and wisdom? First and foremost, it's crucial to allow yourself the time and space to grieve and heal. Feeling the full spectrum of emotions is necessary, yet it should be done introspectively. If the burden feels too heavy, don't hesitate to seek the support of a mental health professional who can offer objective guidance and support. In these moments of solitude, engage in deep personal reflection. Rather than searching for external validation or comfort, turn inward. Ask yourself, what have I learned from this relationship? And how can these lessons aid in my growth? Remember, every relationship, regardless of its longevity, imparts valuable lessons. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Embracing this perspective, maintaining discretion and privacy becomes a mark of maturity and respect, not only for the other person, but for oneself. As you gracefully close this chapter of your life, do so with the dignity it warrants, poised for the new experiences that await. With this reflection, let us contemplate the nature of relationship endings and the silent strength required to move forward. How can we apply the lessons learned from past relationships to enhance our future connections? This question invites you to ponder and integrate the wisdom of Stoicism into your personal journey, ensuring that each step forward is taken with mindfulness and respect for the shared paths that have shaped us. If you've journeyed with us through these 9 quiet changes, you're truly embracing the Stoic path. Drop a comment below saying, "I choose tranquility," to signify your commitment to a life of serene simplicity. Stay with us. More wisdom awaits. Number 10. Letting go of unrealistic expectations. As we sail through the vast ocean of life, each of us captains our ship, navigating through the unpredictable waves of circumstances and the winds of our desires. Let's embark on a quiet, internal voyage to confront and relinquish unrealistic expectations, those sails too large that risk steering us into the turbulent waters of discontent. Imagine your life as a grand adventure across a vast ocean. Each expectation acts as a sail on your boat, propelling you toward your dreams and aspirations. However, when these sails swell too large, when our expectations grow unrealistic, they can veer us off course, leading to a sea of disappointment and dissatisfaction. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "Our plans miscarry because they have no aim. When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind." This illuminates the peril of navigating life's vast ocean with a map promising treasures that do not exist. It makes us chase illusions of perfection in ourselves, others, and the situations we encounter. It's essential to question the origin of these expectations. Are they truly ours, or have they been imposed by external forces such as society, culture, or media? The journey to letting go begins with recognizing and critically assessing these expectations. Through honest introspection, we can determine whether they uplift or burden us, whether they reflect our true selves or an idealized persona fostered by external influence. The next phase of our journey involves practicing acceptance, accepting who you are, where you are in your journey, and the circumstances beyond your control. This doesn't imply abandoning your goals, but rather embracing the voyage with all its imperfections and challenges. It's about setting realistic and achievable objectives that resonate with your genuine self, rather than chasing an idealized image of success. Celebrate each small victory along the way, recognizing that every step forward, no matter how modest, is a valuable part of your progress. As we conclude, remember that the essence of life is not solely found in the destination but in the journey itself. By shedding the weight of unrealistic expectations, you allow life to unfold more naturally, creating space for unexpected joys and surprises that could never have been planned. This adjustment to our sails not only enhances our resilience, but also enriches our experiences, providing a more serene and fulfilling passage through life. Today, as you adjust the sails of your own expectations, may you find the courage to embrace life's true course, appreciating the beauty of each twist and turn. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Let this wisdom guide you as you navigate the expansive seas, discovering not just the world, but also yourself. Number 11. Avoid participation in gossip and the spread of negativity. Picture each word you utter as a seed sown in the garden of your personal and interpersonal landscapes. When we opt for words of support, encouragement, and positivity, we cultivate kindness and understanding. In contrast, engaging in gossip or negative dialogue plants seeds of misunderstanding, distrust, and conflict, disrupting the harmony of our relationships. Consider gossip. It might feel like a benign way to bond with others, but in reality, it's a destructive habit that fosters disrespect and diminishes both ourselves and those we speak of. What's more, fixating on negativity can cloud our ability to perceive the positive elements that surround us. So, how do we pivot away from this harmful path and walk towards one of positivity? Awareness is key. Monitor your participation in conversations. Should the talk slide towards gossip or undue criticism, why not steer it towards something positive about the person or situation being discussed? This simple act can shift the dynamics of your interactions. Furthermore, embrace empathy. Before you speak or share information about someone, pose the question, would I want this said about me? This reflective query serves as a robust compass, ensuring that our dialogues remain respectful and constructive. It's also vital to foster a positive circle. Surround yourself with individuals who prioritize positivity and authenticity. Such an environment not only nurtures mutual respect, but also bolsters collective support. Remember, the initiation of change begins with your choices. Opting out of gossip and negative chatter not only safeguards your integrity, but also models exemplary behavior for others. By embracing these practices, you nurture a mindset that is positive, empathetic, and resilient. This evolution in thinking and behavior significantly enriches your personal growth and deepens the quality of your relationships. Have you ever stopped to consider the immediate impact of replacing a negative comment with a positive affirmation? Think about the last time you chose to see the good in a challenging situation or person. How did that choice affect not only your mood but also the outcomes of the interactions? As we continue on this journey of wisdom, let's commit to being architects of positivity in our own lives and the lives of others. What steps will you take today to cultivate a more uplifting communication style? Number 12. Discarding the need for immediate gratification. Imagine living in a world that doesn't rush you to the finish line, where the journey itself is as rewarding as the destination. Isn't that a more fulfilling way to experience life? This concept is deeply rooted in Stoicism, which teaches us the value of patience and long-term thinking, qualities often overshadowed by our modern-day rush for immediate gratification. You see, when we discard the urge for instant results, we embrace a life of meaningful progress over hasty outcomes. Consider how often we seek quick fixes, like binge-watching a series to escape reality, or expecting to climb the career ladder without putting in the groundwork. These are examples of immediate gratification that only lead to temporary satisfaction. But what if you could change that? What if you could cultivate habits that not only enhance your day-to-day life, but also contribute to your long-term happiness? By shifting focus from the immediate to the enduring, you start building resilience and a genuine sense of contentment. This doesn't mean you must deny yourself pleasures. Rather, it's about appreciating them as part of a larger, more satisfying process. Remember Marcus Aurelius's words, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." How can you apply this timeless wisdom to start valuing patience over haste today? In fostering this mindset, you are not simply waiting, you are actively engaging in a practice that enriches your life. It's about making conscious choices that align with sustained growth rather than fleeting joy. This transformation requires a deep-seated shift in how you view success and fulfillment. Are you ready to let go of the need for immediate results to discover a more profound, lasting happiness? How will you begin this journey of quiet transformation today? By contemplating these questions and making this pivotal shift, you quietly eliminate one of the most pervasive barriers to true happiness. You lay the foundation for a life that finds joy in the growth and the resilience that comes with it. This approach not only changes how you live, but also profoundly influences your overall well-being, ensuring that your satisfaction is not dependent on the next quick fix, but on a well-rooted sense of peace and fulfillment. Number 13. Eliminating excessive self-criticism. In our journey through life, we often become our own harshest critics. This relentless self-criticism, though stemming from a desire to improve, can paradoxically become a barrier to the very improvement we seek. The ancient Stoics, with their wisdom echoing through time, offer a valuable lesson here. He who is cruel to himself and others, who does not learn to forgive, will never find peace. Marcus Aurelius. This insight is particularly relevant as we consider the importance of tempering self-criticism. Self-improvement is undoubtedly a noble goal, but when it crosses into the realm of excessive self-criticism, it transforms from a constructive endeavor into a destructive cycle. Stoicism, a philosophy built on the bedrock of practicality and focus, teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. By continuously berating ourselves for past mistakes or perceived inadequacies, we engage in a futile exercise, focusing on the unchangeable past rather than the actionable present. This misalignment not only saps our energy, but also deviates us from the Stoic ideal of pursuing virtue and excellence. To break free from this detrimental habit, start by acknowledging the presence of your inner critic. Recognize that this voice, however critical, is an integral part of your psyche that can be reshaped. Challenge the validity of its harsh judgments and consider a more compassionate approach. Instead of letting self-doubt paralyze you, foster self-compassion. Replace the critic's harsh narrative with affirmations that encourage growth and acceptance. For instance, when you stumble, remind yourself, "I am learning and growing, and that is enough." This pivot is not just about improving mental well-being. It is about realigning with the Stoic philosophy that advocates for rationality and emotional resilience. As you shift from self-criticism to self-coaching, you cultivate a mindset that not only enhances personal virtue, but also equips you to contribute positively to those around you. In modern life, where the pressures of performance and perfection often overshadow our need for personal kindness, this Stoic practice is immensely relevant. It's a reminder that while the pursuit of excellence is commendable, it should not come at the cost of our peace. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that the most profound changes often come not from loud proclamations, but from quiet resolve. Let this be your guiding principle: to quietly eliminate excessive self-criticism, thus paving the way for a more fulfilled and stoically aligned life. In wrapping up our video on 13 things you should quietly eliminate from your life in silence, I urge each of you to reflect on how these principles can reshape your daily routine and overall happiness. The journey towards personal growth through Stoicism isn't always easy, but it's incredibly rewarding. By practicing conscious use of social media, avoiding unnecessary comparisons, and letting go of the need for immediate gratification, among other things, you're setting the stage for a more fulfilling and peaceful life. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's support each other and grow together. Remember, every small step in this journey counts towards a greater sense of contentment and self-awareness. So, what will you quietly eliminate from your life to foster personal growth and happiness? 9 unspoken benefits of silence. To continue our journey, we will now discuss 9 unspoken benefits of silence. In a world that rewards the loud and the immediate, embracing silence can seem counterintuitive. Yet the most composed minds often reap immense benefits, hidden from the hustle and bustle of everyday noise. Whether it's avoiding the pitfalls of premature announcements or the power of introspection leading to richer, more impactful actions, silence holds the key. Remember, while the spotlight often favors those who speak the most, it's the thinkers, the quiet strategists, who shape their destiny without a whisper. They understand that real success isn't about the applause during your journey, but the wisdom gained and the results seen. Today we dive deep into these silent strategies that promise to not only transform your approach to life's challenges, but also redefine your interaction with the world around you. 1. Learning to be calm. In the quietude of silence lies an unspoken power, a virtue often overlooked yet profoundly impactful, especially in the frenetic pace of modern life. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once remarked, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This sage advice serves as a cornerstone in understanding the 4 unspoken benefits of silence, particularly for men navigating the complexities of life between the ages of 30 and 65. Firstly, embrace silence cultivates a calmness that is both rare and enviable. In moments where words fall on deaf ears or fail to leave an impression, the wise choice is often to refrain from speaking. This is not about surrendering your voice, but about choosing battles wisely. Silence can be a strategic retreat, allowing you to listen, observe, and depart from situations where your presence adds no value. This teaches us humility and restraint, sparing us the embarrassment of being ignored or, worse, pitied. After all, as it's often said in moments of distress, it's okay. This too shall pass. But more than a mere consolation, this phrase reminds us of the impermanence of our troubles and the virtue of patience. Secondly, silence helps in building dignity and self-esteem. In social settings, the temptation to boast can be strong, especially when surrounded by superficial smiles or insincere gestures. Yet, when one learns to hold their tongue, especially in boastful conversation, they maintain their dignity. The relatively wealthy who dismisses the humble gifts brought during New Year lantern symbolizes society's wider disregard for ostentation. Those who speak modestly, or not at all, often command more respect than those who speak without substance. As William Shakespeare wisely penned, "Give thy thoughts no tongue." Moreover, silence fosters a keen sense of observation. By holding back our words, we position ourselves as observers rather than participants. This stance is not about disengagement, but about engaging more deeply on a non-verbal level. Observing allows us to see the truth behind facades and to understand situations more fully before we act. It's about cultivating a strategic silence, where the quietness is not empty but rich with active, discerning thought. Finally, practicing silence can lead to a deeper understanding and connection with others. By speaking less, we can hear more. Not just the words, but the emotions, thoughts, and truths that people communicate non-verbally. This can lead to stronger, more authentic relationships, because it is rooted in understanding and genuine interaction. As we navigate through life, understanding that sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all allows for deeper connections and respect to flourish. In integrating these principles into everyday life, remember that silence is not about non-participation in the world, but about a more mindful, deliberate form of engagement. It is a powerful tool that, when wielded wisely, can enhance your personal and professional relationships, increase your perception and respect, and provide a tranquil harbor in the chaotic seas of modern existence. Therefore, embrace the Stoic wisdom of silence, and let your quiet presence resonate louder than words could ever do. 2. Learning to accumulate energy on your own. In the quiet solitude of our own minds, there's a unique power. Have you ever considered the profound impact of gathering your energies in silence, especially when the world seems to overlook your contributions? Let's dive into a compelling example from the life of Danny, a friend from my high school years, whose story perfectly embodies this concept. Danny faced considerable challenges after high school. Moving to the city as a teenager, he worked relentlessly. Over the years, Danny didn't just labor physically. He invested in himself quietly, saving money, and eventually trained as an electrician. His resilience and dedication to self-improvement paid off when he founded his own company, specializing in electrical and plumbing installations. Imagine Danny during those formative years, channeling his energies into reading and learning whenever he felt overlooked or undervalued. Instead of seeking validation or assistance from others, Danny chose to empower himself through education and skill acquisition. This narrative isn't just about financial success, it's about the transformative power of self-sufficiency and learning. Now think about your own life. When was the last time you turned inward to learn something new or improve a skill when faced with rejection or indifference? Like Danny, each of us has the ability to change our path, not by loud declarations, but through quiet determination and continuous self-education. So what can we take away from Danny's journey? It's clear. When you feel your words fall on deaf ears, that's your cue to retreat inward and build your reserves of knowledge and strength. Don't wait for others to acknowledge your worth. Grab a book, observe the world, and absorb all the wisdom you can find. Dare to walk your unique path confidently, for it's in these moments of apparent solitude that our true strength is forged and our fate reshaped. In this story of perseverance and silent strength, what part resonates most with you? How might you apply Danny's lesson of quiet energy accumulation to overcome your own challenges? 3. Learn to avoid unnecessary conflicts. In the nuanced tapestry of human interactions, the art of silence holds a transformative power, one that can steer us away from the tempests of unnecessary conflicts. Picture this. In a world where bullying is widespread, the knee-jerk reaction might be to retaliate, yet many choose a path of silent resilience. This choice is not a display of weakness, but a strategic embrace of strength. Consider the age-old wisdom that advises against adding fuel to the fire of disputes. As Shakespeare eloquently put it, discretion is the better part of valor. Now let me ask you, have you ever felt pressured to respond in haste during a heated moment, only to regret your words later? Silence in these instances can serve as a shield, protecting you from the repercussions of rash decisions. It is not about suppressing your voice, but about harnessing your response to serve you better. Silence allows you to collect your thoughts, to soak in the situation like a sponge absorbs water, and from this absorption, you can emerge not only unscathed, but enriched. In embracing silence, you adopt a posture of reflection rather than reaction. You become like the sponge that is soft yet resilient, yielding yet capable of regaining its original form once the pressure subsides. In this way, silence can be your ally, enabling you to navigate through life's challenges with grace and wisdom. It allows you to weigh your words, to choose paths of peace over confrontation. So, how can you apply this in your daily interactions? How might shifting your perspective on silence change the way you handle your next challenge? Remember, the goal is not to avoid all confrontation, but to approach each situation with a mindset that prioritizes harmony and personal growth. By choosing when to speak and when to listen, you wield the power to not only influence your own life, but also to positively impact those around you. 4. Learning to seize opportunities. Only those who keenly observe the ebb and flow of circumstances, acting with discernment and strategic restraint, exhibit true wisdom. This isn't about fostering chaos or restlessness. Rather, it involves mastering the art of calm, collecting energy in the quiet, and pouncing with precision when the opportune moment arises. It's a firm belief in the idea that fortune favors the prepared mind. Take, for example, a literary friend of mine, Kevin. Since the early 1990s, Kevin has dedicated himself to the craft of writing, despite never initially gaining fame or frequent publications in prominent outlets. His journey wasn't decorated with immediate accolades or public recognition. However, Kevin's unwavering dedication to daily practice and improvement recently culminated in a contract with a renowned publisher. His articles now resonate widely, touching thousands with their authenticity and insight. His story exemplifies a profound truth. Success is often a quiet accumulation, the result of steadfast perseverance. Kevin's career now spans over 2 decades, within which he has penned between 5,000 and 6,000 pieces on diverse topics such as life, work, sports, and entertainment. His vast portfolio stands as testament to his deep understanding and unshakable commitment to his art. In any genre, Kevin's words flow with the confidence of someone who has mastered the quiet art of opportunity. This narrative underlines a vital principle. Success isn't a product of random chance, nor is it wise to passively wait for it. Instead, success is actively seized through the strength of spirit fostered during moments of silence and preparation. This is why the unknown often leapfrog to success seemingly overnight. Unseen, they've spent countless hours refining their skills, accumulating knowledge quietly, and preparing for the moment when the world finally takes notice. In applying this lesson to modern life, remember that every day offers a new opportunity to build quietly towards your future. In the silence of preparation, you gather the strength needed to seize forthcoming opportunities. Reflect on your daily routine. Are you allowing quiet accumulation of experience and knowledge, or are you rushing without laying a solid foundation? Embrace the Stoic wisdom of enduring quietly, preparing thoroughly, and acting decisively. This approach will not only bring success, but will ensure it is meaningful and sustained when it arrives. After all, as the proverb goes, great oaks from little acorns grow. Embrace the silence, and let your actions speak louder than words when the time is right. 5. Enhancing observational skills. Embracing silence is far more than just a pause from speaking. It transforms into a powerful tool that enhances our observational skills. When you allow yourself to step back into quietude, you start to notice the world in a more vibrant and detailed manner. This heightened perception becomes a valuable asset, not only in personal spheres, but also in professional environments. Consider a moment in a bustling business meeting where silence allows you to perceive underlying tensions or subtle agreements that spoken words might overshadow. This acute awareness can then guide you in devising more effective communication strategies and improve your decision-making processes. In your personal reflections, too, silence plays a crucial role. It helps you to become more aware of your own thoughts and behaviors, spotting patterns that might have eluded you amidst the noise. This leads to a richer self-understanding and encourages personal growth as you start aligning your actions with your deepest goals and values more consciously. And in social settings, imagine how maintaining silence allows you to pick up on nonverbal cues and body language. Such insights can deepen your relationships, enabling you to interact with others more empathetic and respond to their needs and desires with greater sensitivity. Now, let's consider a typical day where you might spend your morning in a crowded coffee shop, bombarded by the chatter of patrons and the clattering of cups. If you chose to immerse yourself in silence, even amid such chaos, you might notice the subtle interplay of expressions on the barista's face, revealing exhaustion, or the silent exchanges between regulars, hinting at a shared joke or a whisper of solidarity in their hurried mornings. Observing these moments can enrich your understanding of human interactions and elevate your day-to-day experiences. So why not challenge yourself to practice silence? Start small, perhaps during your next conversation. Listen more than you speak. What might you learn about your friends, your family, or even a stranger? How might this practice reshape the way you perceive and interact with the world around you? As we cultivate silence, we do not merely refrain from speaking. We become keen observers, strategists in our personal and professional lives, and more profoundly connected to those around us. This practice doesn't strip away our voice, but rather enriches the quality of what we say when we choose to speak. The journey of silence is indeed about uncovering the unspoken. It's about learning to listen deeply, to understand better, and ultimately to connect more meaningfully. 6. Fostering creativity. Have you ever considered the profound impact that silence can have on your creativity? Imagine for a moment a world stripped of constant noise, where the mind can roam freely and explore the depths of its own ingenuity. Silence, my friends, is not merely the absence of sound. It's a vast expanse where creativity burgeons. As Thomas Edison once remarked, "The best thinking has been done in solitude. It is the stillness that produces the wonders of the world." In the tranquility of silence, your mind is unshackled from the usual disruptions and societal pressures that often dictate conventional thinking. This mental space allows for the connection of disparate ideas, fostering innovative thoughts and creative solutions that seem elusive amidst the chaos of our daily lives. Think about it. When was the last time you allowed yourself to just sit quietly, letting your thoughts drift without agenda? Historically, Many of the world's greatest thinkers and artists have found their creative epiphanies in such quiet moments. They embraced solitude as their secret arsenal, enabling them to think outside the box and come up with groundbreaking ideas. It's in silence that we can break free from the mental clutter and the relentless pace of our environment, which is bombarded with information at every turn. Moreover, this peaceful quietude is not just beneficial but essential. It offers a respite for our overstimulated brains, allowing them to reset and rejuvenate. This is vital for sustaining creativity and productivity over the long haul. How then can we incorporate these periods of silence into our lives? Consider establishing a routine, whether it's through meditation, taking quiet walks in nature, or setting aside dedicated times for reflection. These practices can profoundly enhance your ability to generate creative ideas. By consciously integrating silence into our daily routines, we not only replenish our mental energy but also set the stage for moments of insight and innovation that can profoundly transform both our personal and professional lives. So I pose to you this open-ended question. What could silence help you discover about yourself and the world around you? 7. Building discipline and self-control. In an era saturated with constant noise and endless distractions, the virtue of silence emerges as an invaluable tool for personal growth and self-mastery. Silence is not merely an absence of sound, but a discipline that sharpens self-control and fosters emotional intelligence. By choosing to remain silent, especially in moments where impulsivity urges us to speak, we exercise restraint, thereby fortifying our willpower. This act of intentional silence is a potent practice for personal development, cultivating qualities such as patience, temperance, and emotional regulation. In the heat of a conversation or a stressful situation, the impulse to react immediately can often lead us to make hasty decisions or utter regrettable statements. Silence, in these instances, serves as a protective buffer. It allows us time to sift through our thoughts and emotions, enabling us to respond in a more measured and effective manner. This pause can be particularly advantageous in high-stress environments where thoughtful responses yield far more productive outcomes than reactive ones. Extending beyond external silence, mastering the art of quieting one's internal dialogue is equally crucial. Reducing mental chatter diminishes stress and anxiety, paving the way for a state of mental clarity. This clarity is indispensable for making prudent decisions that are not overshadowed by emotional disturbances. The regular practice of embracing silence also nurtures a profound sense of inner peace and stability, qualities that are priceless when navigating the tumultuous waves of life. By harnessing self-control through the discipline of silence, individuals are better equipped to maintain their composure amidst life's challenges. This mastery allows one to approach both personal and professional interactions with a balanced and measured perspective, ultimately leading to more fulfilling engagements. Integrating more silence into our daily routines not only enhances our ability to control our reactions, but also enriches our overall life experience. Let us therefore strive to cultivate silence, not just as a practice but as a pathway to a more controlled and meaningful existence. This approach to life, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, invites us to reflect inwardly and fortify our inner reserves, preparing us to face the world with resilience and poise. 8. Deepening interpersonal relationships. In our fast-paced world where every moment is filled with noise and chatter, the quiet power of silence remains largely untapped, especially in its capacity to deepen and enrich interpersonal relationships. Think about it. When you choose to listen rather than speak, you are not just passing time, you are opening a gateway to mutual respect and understanding. This intentional silence allows you to absorb and reflect on the emotions and words of others, fostering a more empathetic connection. Have you ever noticed how a simple act of attentive listening can make someone feel truly heard and valued? This in turn can strengthen the bonds between you. Moreover, silence in conversations doesn't just fill empty space. It cultivates trust. Showing restraint and honoring the perspectives of others, particularly when they diverge from your own, can be crucial during sensitive discussions. It's in these moments that silence can prevent the escalation of emotions and avoid potential misunderstandings or conflicts. By choosing to remain silent at the right times, you show that you take another's viewpoint seriously, which can be both reassuring and affirming. Consider a modern-day scenario in the workplace, where team meetings are often rapid and rife with overlapping dialogues. Imagine a team leader who adopts a strategy of silence, giving room for team members to express their thoughts without interruption. This not only improves the quality of discussions but also enhances team cohesion. Team members feel respected and valued, leading to a more collaborative and innovative environment. This story isn't just hypothetical. It's a practical demonstration of how silence can transform interpersonal dynamics. But silence between individuals can also be a powerful nonverbal expression of comfort and companionship. In any relationship, not every moment needs to be filled with words. Sometimes sharing a comfortable silence can say more than a torrent of sentences ever could. It shows a deep level of understanding and comfort, where two people can simply be together without the need to constantly verbalize thoughts. This form of nonverbal communication can significantly reinforce connections, making them more resilient to the daily stresses and strains of life. So, why not challenge yourself to incorporate more silence into your interactions? Reflect on the last conversation you had. Could moments of silence have provided more clarity or connection? Moving forward, how might you use silence to enhance your relationships both at home and in your broader social circles? In closing, remember that silence is not merely the absence of sound. It's a profound strategy for deepening trust, empathy, and understanding in all your relationships. By embracing silence, you allow for richer, more meaningful interactions. So let's ask ourselves, how can we transform our relationships by saying less and listening more? The answer might just change your life. 9. Encouraging introspection. Have you ever experienced the profound tranquility of silence? It's not merely the absence of noise, but a gateway to deep introspection, an essential tool for personal growth and self-awareness. As you sit quietly, have you noticed how your thoughts start to slow down, giving you the space to reflect on your actions, beliefs, and emotions? This process of self-reflection is crucial for understanding who you truly are at your core, what drives you, and what values you hold dear. It's in these silent moments that you can truly meet yourself. Imagine harnessing that strength to explore the depths of your own mind. In silence, you can reflect on your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses, a step that is vital for anyone committed to personal development. How well do you know your own strengths? Could identifying them more clearly guide you toward better decisions? Moreover, engaging in this quiet introspection helps you develop greater emotional intelligence. Learning to manage your emotions effectively is particularly beneficial when facing life's inevitable challenges. It's like navigating a ship on turbulent seas. The better you understand the winds and currents of your emotions, the smoother your journey will be. Furthermore, introspective silence fosters a greater sense of purpose and direction. By reflecting on your past experiences and future aspirations, how often do you find clarity in your life's goals? Taking this time for contemplation allows you to align your daily actions with your long-term visions, leading to a life filled with satisfaction and fulfillment. Now let me ask you, when was the last time you allowed yourself the gift of silence to delve into the depths of your soul? What might you discover if you did? Embracing silence is not just about finding quiet in the external world, but about discovering the voices within that have been drowned out by life's cacophony. Each silent moment is an invitation to deepen your understanding of yourself and carve out a path that resonates with your most authentic self. So, I encourage you to find those moments of quiet and let them guide you to the insights and transformation that await in the calm. If you found value in this exploration, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Stoic in Your Life. Ring the bell for notifications, and like and comment below. Your engagement helps us grow and continue providing valuable content. The power of silence. Stoicism. In a world overwhelmed with constant noise and endless information, achieving silence can feel like a rarity. Yet silence holds immense power, especially for those embracing a Stoic lifestyle. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic Roman emperor, understood this well. In his Meditations, he emphasized, "You have the right to withdraw at any moment into your own world and find peace." On Stoic in Your Life, we delve into how silence can be a transformative tool in our modern, chaotic lives. Lesson 1. The essence of Stoic silence. In the relentless cacophony of our daily lives, where every moment is bombarded with ceaseless noise and unyielding distractions, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism invites us to rediscover the potent power of silence. This profound principle, practiced diligently by Stoic philosophers, serves not merely as an escape, but as a vital tool for self-discipline, deep reflection, and attaining peace within one's soul. Marcus Aurelius, an emblematic figure of this philosophical tradition, championed silence as a fortress of strength, allowing him to connect deeply with his own thoughts and the essence of the universe. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul, Marcus Aurelius once proclaimed, encapsulating the transformative power of silence. In our era, dominated by digital notifications and the constant hum of machinery, cultivating a quiet mind is both a challenge and a necessity. Stoicism teaches us that silence is not an empty space, but a rich landscape where introspection thrives. Through the quiet, we become attuned to the nuances of our thoughts and feelings, which in turn sharpens our decision-making and nurtures tranquility. Consider the serene calm of a tranquil morning before the world awakes, a time when one's thoughts are most clear and undisturbed. Marcus Aurelius valued these moments of solitude, using them as opportunities to reflect on his actions and realign them with his core principles. In the quietude, he discovered not only clarity and resilience, but also a profound peace that permeated his being. This practice is not an obsolete relic of the past, but a timeless lesson on the importance of pausing the external noise to foster internal dialogue. Embracing silence in our contemporary lives allows us to break free from the incessant demand to respond, react, and engage. It offers a sacred space to reconnect with ourselves, to delve deeper into our psyche, and to emerge more grounded and centered. By integrating moments of silence into our daily routine, we cultivate mental clarity and emotional strength, essential qualities for navigating the complexities of modern life. As we journey through the ebb and flow of existence, let us heed the Stoics' guidance and find solace in silence. For in these quiet spaces we uncover the wisdom to lead a balanced and fulfilling life, proving that sometimes the most profound insights are found not in the roar, but in the whisper. Lesson 2. Silence as a tool for emotional control. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius in his profound work Meditations, championed the art of silence, not merely as a pause, but as a potent strategy for mastering emotions. He famously advised, "Stay calm and composed, especially in the face of adversity," capturing the essence of using silence as a reflective shield. Picture yourself in a heated discussion. The room's energy simmers with rising tempers and hasty words. Now, imagine choosing silence. This simple act can create a crucial pause, a space for you to breathe, reflect, and then choose your words with intention, not impulse. Think about how often we regret words spoken in haste. Silence offers a moment to sidestep these regrets by processing our feelings before we speak. In embracing this pause, we not only adhere to the Stoic virtue of focusing on what we can control, our responses, but we also gain the upper hand over our immediate reactions. This approach is not about suppressing emotion, but rather about understanding and regulating it, to respond in a manner consistent with our values. Consider Sarah, a project manager, who found herself criticized unfairly by a colleague in a team meeting. Instead of reacting defensively, she chose silence. This allowed her to assess her emotions and the situation calmly. Later, she addressed the criticism constructively with her colleague in private, leading to a meaningful discussion and strengthened relationship. Her story exemplifies how silence can transform potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and understanding. How often do you find yourself reacting impulsively to situations that, upon reflection, could have been handled differently? Silence, as the Stoics taught, arms us with the ability to control our emotional reactions. By cultivating silence, we don't just avoid knee-jerk responses. We open a pathway to deeper connections and a more thoughtful existence. Let's ponder this. In your next challenging encounter, could silence be the bridge to a better outcome? By integrating silence into our daily interactions, we gain clarity and poise, navigating life's tumultuous waters with Stoic grace. The message is clear and potent. Embrace silence, not just as a lack of noise, but as a strategic tool for emotional mastery, leading to healthier relationships and enhanced mental well-being. In a world eager to react, the power to pause is truly revolutionary. Lesson 3. The power of silence in communication. Now we're diving into a profound lesson from Stoic philosophy. The power of silence in communication. Have you ever considered that true communication might be as much about the unspoken as it is about the spoken? In the words of Marcus Aurelius, silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the best response is no response at all. In our bustling world, conversations often spiral into contest over who can speak the loudest or the most. But what if I told you that embracing silence could transform the way you connect with others? For the Stoics, silence wasn't merely a pause between words. It was a crucial part of dialogue. By choosing to remain silent, we give ourselves the space to truly listen, not just to respond, but to understand. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly heard? Silence offers us the chance to foster that depth of connection with others. It helps us avoid misunderstandings and jump to conclusions less often, leading to more thoughtful and effective exchanges. Imagine a conversation where each pause, each moment of silence, builds a bridge to greater empathy and insight. How might your relationships change if you embraced this approach? Moreover, silence aligns with the Stoic value of wisdom. It encourages us to consider our words carefully, to speak only when we have something meaningful to say. Seneca once advised, "Speak only if you can improve upon the silence." This notion invites us to reflect on our impulses to fill the quiet with noise and consider whether our words will enhance understanding or merely clutter the air. So, I ask you, how can you incorporate the power of silence into your daily interactions? What might you learn from listening a little more closely and speaking a little less often? As you ponder these questions, remember that silence is not just a void. It's a full, resonant space where wisdom can flourish. Let us strive to use it wisely, to enrich our communications, and in doing so, deepen our relationships in both our personal and professional lives. After all, in the echo of our silences, we often discover the most about ourselves and others. If you've reached this point, you've embraced the profound strength of stillness. Leave a comment with Silence is strength, to demonstrate your commitment to this empowering Stoic practice. Keep watching. More wisdom awaits. Lesson 4. Silence as a path to wisdom. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, silence is not merely an absence of sound, but a profound teacher whispering timeless wisdom. This lesson, drawing from the Stoics, champions silence as the highest path to wisdom, a treasure that Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor himself, held in great esteem. Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." He saw silence as a sanctuary for self-reflection, which he deemed essential for the cultivation of wisdom. In our modern era, where the din of constant information barrages our senses, taking a moment to retreat into silence is more than a respite. It's a necessary discipline for those seeking to navigate life's complexities with grace. Silence grants us the clarity to sift through the cacophony of our daily lives. It offers a pause, a breath, where we can process our experiences and distill wisdom from the mundane to the monumental. This practice is deeply rooted in the Stoic endeavor to seek truth and understanding. By stepping back and embracing silence, we allow ourselves the space to engage in critical thinking, to examine our lives and the world from multiple perspectives, thus fostering deeper insights and more robust decision-making. Engaging in regular periods of silence, we not only hone our ability to make informed decisions, but also deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. This wisdom is not passive. It actively informs our actions, leading to a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. As we incorporate these quiet moments into our routine, we find that silence is not just a tool for personal growth, but a strategic advantage in the pursuit of a well-examined life. The Stoics remind us that the wise person uses silence as a tool to build inner strength and resilience. Reflect on this saying, often attributed to Pythagoras: "Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence." In our conversations and interactions, choosing when to speak and when to listen is not just a social skill, but a strategic approach to life, ensuring that our words carry weight and our decisions are considered. Let this be a guide to us all. In the pursuit of a Stoic life, where every challenge is met with calm and every victory received with humility, let silence be your steadfast ally. Embrace it as a source of strength and wisdom, allowing it to infuse your life with deeper meaning and insight. In doing so, we not only live up to the ideals of the Stoics, but also adapt their teachings in ways that resonate with the rhythms of our contemporary existence. Silence, then, becomes not just a practice of the wise, but the very fabric of a life well lived. Lesson 5. Silence as a source of inner peace. In the Stoic pursuit of serenity, silence emerges not just as a practice, but as a profound pathway to inner peace. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic emperor, who in his revered text, Meditations, frequently reflected on the tranquility birthed from stillness of the mind. "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul," he wrote. This sentiment, powerful and clear, highlights the sanctuary that silence can offer in our often tumultuous lives. Imagine for a moment, you're navigating a day filled with endless notifications, loud streets, and urgent emails. Now, consider the relief of turning it all off. By stepping into silence, you afford yourself a moment to detach from the external cacophony and delve deep into your inner world. It is in these quiet moments that we truly hear ourselves, gaining clarity and reconnecting with our core principles and emotions. Such introspection fosters a calm, centered mind, allowing us to rise above the chaos, not engulfed by it. But how can we practically embrace silence in our bustling modern life? Consider the story of Alex, a software developer, who found his professional and personal life in a relentless spiral of stress. Alex started to dedicate the first 30 minutes of his day to silence. No phone, No emails, just a quiet coffee and a peaceful sit with his thoughts. This small change cultivated a daily peace that he described as transformative, helping him to maintain composure and purpose amidst pressures. Now, what does this mean for you? Have you ever considered what silent moments could reveal about your deepest desires and fears? Could silence be the missing element in your quest for a balanced life? As we explore the Stoic principle of focusing only on what is within our control, we realize that our internal state is our domain. External conditions will fluctuate. They will sometimes be favorable, often challenging. Yet through the gateway of silence, we gain the strength to influence our inner experiences, cultivating resilience and calm that pervades all areas of our lives. Embracing silence, therefore, isn't merely about finding quiet. It's about discovering a powerful tool to achieve a balanced, fulfilling life. It allows us to retreat, reflect, and recharge, aligning our actions with our values and principles. As we learn to cultivate silence, let us also ponder on how it can transform our everyday interactions and decisions. Could silence enhance your decision-making, your relationships, and your self-awareness? In essence, the message is clear. In silence, there is peace. In peace, there is clarity. And in clarity, there is strength. Let this lesson on the power of silence inspire you to seek moments of quiet, and may you find in them the tranquility and wisdom that Stoicism promises. What will your first step into silence be? Lesson 6. The power of self-reflection. Have you ever considered the profound impact that silence can have on your ability to truly understand yourself? In the bustling chaos of our everyday lives, silence is not merely the absence of noise, but a sanctuary where deep introspection can occur. When we step back from the relentless barrage of external stimuli, we give ourselves the space to dive into the depths of our inner world. This quietude allows us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and actions with remarkable clarity. Think about the last time you sat quietly, allowing yourself to simply be, without distractions. What revelations surfaced? In these moments of stillness, we can discover the subtle yet powerful forces that shape our existence. Our limiting beliefs, unconscious biases, and automatic emotional responses. These elements wield considerable influence over our lives, often dictating our reactions and decisions in ways we might not fully recognize. In the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and the transformative power of silence. By embracing solitude, we create the opportunity to confront these internal dynamics. What beliefs have you accepted without question? How do your biases color your view of the world and the people in it? Reflecting on these questions in silence isn't just an exercise. It's a form of mental liberation. It provides a foundation for building a more logical and rational framework to guide our actions. As we challenge our ingrained perceptions and emotional reactions, we begin to forge a path that aligns more closely with our true intentions and values. But how often do we afford ourselves this silent reflection? And what might we uncover if we did? By inviting more moments of silence into our lives, we not only gain insight into ourselves, but also enhance our ability to navigate the world with wisdom and grace. The practice of Stoicism teaches us that self-mastery begins with self-awareness, and self-awareness blooms in silence. So, I invite you to ponder this. What could you discover about yourself if you dedicated time each day to silent reflection? Imagine the peace and clarity that could come from understanding and mastering your inner dialogue. This journey of introspection can be challenging, but it is also incredibly rewarding. Through it, you can transform not only your mind, but your entire approach to life. Engage with this thought, reflect on it, and let the power of silence be your guide to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. How have you used the power of silence in your own life? Or what do you find challenging about embracing silence? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Lesson 7. Listen to your inner voice. External noise is an all too familiar foe, not merely the cacophony that pervades our physical spaces, but also the incessant internal chatter that clutters our minds. This barrage of mental noise not only stifles our inner peace, but also obscures the voice within us, our intuition and reason. It is in the realm of silence that this voice, subtle yet profound, finds its strength and clarity. By quieting the mind, we allow ourselves to discern the whispers of true insight and wisdom that are otherwise lost in the noise. The ancient Stoics revered silence, considering it a pathway to self-mastery. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once noted, "True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment." It is in these moments of stillness that we can truly listen to our inner voice, an embodiment of our deepest values and convictions. In doing so, we enhance our decision-making, align our actions with our principles, and cultivate a life of authenticity and purpose. In today's hyper-connected world, the practice of embracing silence is more relevant than ever. It offers a reprieve from the relentless pressure to react and respond, fostering a space where our true intentions can surface and guide us. The quiet also improves our attentiveness, enabling us to better understand not only ourselves but also the people and the world around us. This heightened awareness is crucial, as it empowers us to navigate life's complexities with greater compassion and wisdom. Moreover, embracing silence can lead to profound personal growth and insight. As we tune out the distractions, we tune into the nuances of our thoughts and feelings. This introspection can unearth hidden fears, unresolved conflicts, and budding aspirations, paving the way for genuine self-discovery and transformation. So, how can we incorporate this powerful practice into our daily lives? Start small. Dedicate a few minutes each day to sit in quiet reflection. Gradually increase this time as you become more comfortable in the silence. Use these moments to ponder your actions, decisions, and feelings. This daily practice not only enriches your understanding of yourself, but also strengthens your mental resilience, allowing you to face life's challenges with stoic calm and clarity. As we cultivate silence, we also cultivate a life of greater meaning and fulfillment. It is not merely about being quiet. It is about unlocking the wisdom that resides within us. As the famous saying goes, silence is not empty, it's full of answers. Let us then seek those answers, not amidst the noise and chaos of the world, but in the quiet solitude where our truest self lives. Lesson 8. Appreciate simplicity. Our culture is saturated with a never-ending desire for more. More gadgets, more clothes, more everything. Yet there's a powerful lesson to be learned from embracing silence. It teaches us the beauty of simplicity. When we choose to be silent, we grant ourselves the opportunity to observe and cherish the simple joys around us. The rustling of leaves on a windy day, the laughter shared with friends, or the tranquil moments of solitude that refresh our spirits. Think about the last time you truly appreciated a simple moment without the urge to reach for your phone or snap a photo. It's in these pockets of quiet that we find clarity and reconnect with our core values, steering clear of the incessant materialistic drive that can cloud our judgment. Let me share a story that brings this idea to life. Sarah, a busy executive, found herself overwhelmed by her high-paced career and the constant need to acquire the latest tech. One weekend, she decided to go on a digital detox and spend time at a lakeside cabin. With no distractions, Sarah rediscovered her love for painting, a passion she had neglected in her chase for career advancement. This experience was a revelation for her, It highlighted how the simplicity of silence brought her back to her true self and what genuinely made her happy. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you disconnected from the noise of the world to enjoy the simplicity of life? This isn't just about enjoying quiet moments. It's about rediscovering what truly matters to you. The Stoic philosophers often emphasize the importance of inner peace and simplicity as pathways to a fulfilling life. They believed that it's not the abundance of possessions, but the richness of experiences that truly enriches us. As we wrap up today's lesson, remember that the power of simplicity isn't just a concept. It's a practical approach to a more meaningful life. By embracing silence, we learn to value experiences over possessions, depth over distraction, and ultimately, peace over chaos. Let's carry this lesson forward and make a conscious effort to appreciate the simple, quiet moments that life offers. They are, after all, the truest sources of happiness. Lesson 9. Connect with yourself and the world. In our journey through the Stoic teachings, today we delve into an immensely powerful concept, the power of silence. This isn't about merely withdrawing into isolation, a common misconception. Rather, true silence is about filtering out the cacophony of needless noise that surrounds us, enabling a deeper connection with both ourselves and the vast world around us. It is in these quiet moments that the subtle sounds of nature whisper to us, where we sync with the universe's rhythm and truly appreciate the boundless beauty of existence. Seneca, a famed Stoic philosopher, once said, "True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment." Think about that for a moment. How often do you find your mind at rest? In the hustle of modern life, finding this silence isn't merely beneficial, it's essential. It's a sanctuary where we can retreat, not to escape life, but to catch our breath and embrace life more fully. In this silence, the mind finds clarity, the soul finds peace, and the heart finds courage. But how can you cultivate this enriching silence in your own life? Imagine yourself in a serene setting, perhaps a quiet garden or a peaceful stretch of beach. You're not just absent of speech, but are actively tuning out the irrelevant noises, the honking cars, the buzzing notifications, the clutter of everyday chatter. What do you hear now? Maybe it's the rustling of leaves, the gentle lap of waves, or simply the rhythmic cadence of your own breath. This practice isn't just about enjoying tranquil moments alone. It's a profound exercise in self-awareness and connectivity. By embracing silence, you're not disconnecting from the world. You're reconnecting with it on a more meaningful level. You start to notice things that you might have overlooked: the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the cool breeze whispering through the trees, the distant call of a bird. Now, I ask you, when was the last time you truly listened to the world around you? When did you last allow the symphony of existence to wash over you without feeling the urge to break it with words? Marcus Aurelius, another pillar of Stoic thought, advised, "Speak only if it improves upon the silence." In our world, brimming with constant dialogue, choosing when to speak and when to listen is a powerful tool. Engaging with silence isn't just a retreat, it's an exploration of the self, of nature, and of the essence of being. Each silent moment is a blank canvas, inviting you to paint it with mindful presence and introspective thought. What insights might emerge if you embrace silence more often? How might your perspective on life deepen? As we continue to explore the principles of Stoicism on this channel, I encourage you to experiment with embracing silence in your daily routine. Observe the impact it has, not only on your mind and spirit, but also on your interactions with others. In the quiet, you might find the wisdom to speak less, but say more, to act with intention, and to live with a heightened sense of being. Lesson 10. Cultivating patience through silence. Silence should not be mistaken for just the absence of noise. Rather, It is a robust instructor in the art of patience. The Stoics, wise and time-honored philosophers, cherished this quietude, not as mere reprieve, but as a strategic practice to foster patience. This virtue is pivotal for enduring and surmounting the vicissitudes of life with tranquility and resilience. Historically, many have turned to silence to curb impulsiveness and enhance decision-making. Consider the example of Cato, who would often refrain from immediate reaction to provocation, choosing instead to respond after a period of deliberate silence. His actions illustrated a profound command over his reactions, aligning with the Stoic aim of living a considered and intentional life. In contemporary settings, silence can be equally powerful. In the fast-paced whirlwind of modern life, where decisions are often made in the heat of the moment, allowing oneself a silent pause can lead to more thoughtful and less reactive choices. Imagine a high-stakes meeting or a pivotal family discussion. A moment of silence before responding can transform the outcome, fostering better understanding and respect among all parties involved. If you've journeyed with us to the serene realm of silence, you're truly mastering the art of Stoic calm. Leave a comment with "embracing quietude" to affirm your commitment to this profound path of inner peace. Stay tuned. More wisdom awaits. Embracing silence in our daily routines can be as simple as starting the day with a few minutes of quiet contemplation, or pausing to breathe deeply before reacting to a stressful situation. This practice not only anchors us, but also empowers us to navigate the complexities of modern life with a Stoic calmness. As we incorporate these moments of silence, we gradually discover they are not voids of emptiness but spaces filled with the clarity and wisdom necessary to lead a balanced life. In harnessing the power of silence, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of thoughtful living, where each decision is steeped in patience and insight. To encapsulate the essence of our journey into silence, let us recall the words of Epictetus. Keep silence for the most part and speak only when you must, and then briefly. By embodying this guidance, we cultivate not only patience but a profound strength that steadies us in the tumult of the world. Silence, therefore, is not merely the absence of noise but a sanctuary where wisdom flourishes and the spirit finds peace. Lesson 11. Enhancing observational skills. Have you ever noticed how silence can transform your perception? In the heart of Stoicism, there is a powerful practice that emphasizes the importance of silence, not just as a mere absence of noise, but as a strategic tool to enhance your observational skills. By consciously choosing silence over speech, you can become more attuned to the subtle nuances of your environment and the complex dynamics of human interactions. This deliberate practice of observing rather than reacting allows you to absorb more from your surroundings, providing deeper insights into the world and the behavior of those around you. Consider a modern scenario. Imagine you are in a heated business meeting where opinions clash and tensions rise. Instead of jumping into the fray, you choose to remain silent. This doesn't mean you're disengaged. Rather, you're actively observing, listening to not just the words but the tone, the pauses, the unspoken stress behind the voices. What can this silence reveal? Perhaps you notice a colleague's hesitance, hinting at uncertainties they feel about the proposal on the table. Maybe you catch a brief exchange of glances between two team members, an unspoken agreement or disagreement that others, caught up in their arguments, miss entirely. Why does this matter? In silence, you become a spectator of human nature, understanding motives and emotions that go unnoticed by others. This knowledge equips you with the ability to navigate complex social landscapes more effectively. It helps you respond with tact and precision, rather than with hasty judgments that could escalate conflicts or create misunderstandings. How often do you practice this kind of silence? How might your relationships change if you spent more time observing rather than reacting? Stoicism teaches us that such silence is not a void, but a full, rich space, where wisdom gathers and insight deepens. By embracing silence, you allow yourself the space to process and understand the world around you better, which in turn enhances your decision-making and interpersonal relationships. Remember, in the quiet moments, wisdom often speaks the loudest. Let's carry this lesson forward, practicing silence not just as a reaction but as a proactive approach to understanding our world and the people we share it with. What insights might you gain today if you choose observation over reaction? Lesson 12. Silence as a form of respect. In the rich tapestry of Stoic philosophy where virtues are meticulously cultivated, silence emerges as a powerful form of respect. Have you ever considered the profound impact that choosing to listen rather than speak can have on your relationships and interactions? Stoicism teaches us that silence isn't merely the absence of words, but a deliberate and respectful choice that honors the voice of others. By embracing silence, you give space to the thoughts and expressions of those around you, demonstrating a deep level of respect and consideration. Imagine yourself in a bustling crowd where voices clamor for attention. Now, think about the person who, instead of adding to the cacophony, chooses to listen actively. This individual, by being silent, allows others to put forward their perspectives, fostering a more compassionate and cohesive environment. How might this approach change the way you engage in your daily interactions? Seneca, a famed Stoic philosopher, once said, "We learn to speak by speaking, to study by studying, to run by running, to work by working, and just so, you learn to love by loving." In the same vein, could we not say that we learn to listen by listening? Silence in this context becomes an active engagement, not a passive withdrawal. It is in the quiet moments that we often hear the most about the needs, desires, and hopes of others. This lesson explores how embracing silence can transform ordinary encounters into meaningful exchanges. When you choose to be silent, you are not just hearing others but truly listening, absorbing and reflecting on what is being shared. This act of listening can dramatically deepen your understanding of those around you. What might you discover about your colleagues, friends, or loved ones if you chose to speak less and listen more? How could this understanding influence your relationships and your community? Moreover, the Stoics believed that self-mastery and inner peace are achieved through the disciplined control of one's reactions and responses. Silence, therefore, is not only about respecting others, but also about cultivating personal virtue. It allows us to control our impulses to speak unnecessarily and opens us up to the wisdom that often goes unnoticed when we are too eager to voice our own thoughts. Reflect on this. When was the last time you consciously decided to remain silent in a conversation to truly understand and respect the viewpoint of another person? What did you learn from that experience? And how did it make the other person feel? As we navigate through life's ebbs and flows, the practice of silence can be a sanctuary of introspection and understanding. It can transform casual chatter into profound dialogue and fleeting interactions into lasting bonds. Stoicism doesn't just call us to speak wisely, it invites us to create space for wisdom through our silence. In your own journey towards Stoic wisdom, how might you incorporate more moments of silence? How could this practice enrich your life and the lives of those around you? Let's reflect on the power of silence and consider how, even in our noisiest days, finding moments of quiet can bring peace and clarity. As we wrap up today's lesson, reflect on how you can integrate this powerful practice into your life. What spaces of silence can you create? How will you allow these moments to enrich your connection with yourself and the world? Remember, in the realm of Stoicism, silence is not an absence. It is a presence, a profound presence that can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In the words of Aldous Huxley, after silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. But today, let's explore what lies beyond the music, within the silence itself. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we uncover the profound, yet often overlooked virtues of silence through the eyes of Stoic philosophy. In our unending sea of daily noise, where chatter and chaos drown out our inner voices, silence emerges not just as the absence of sound, but as a sanctuary of the mind. It is in this quietude that we find clarity, peace, and extraordinary spiritual fortitude. Stoicism teaches us that silence is far more than mere restraint. It is an active practice, a deliberate choice that fosters willpower and introspection. Imagine a world where silence isn't an empty space, but a moment brimming with potential, with strength to combat the overwhelming noise that may lead to health issues like heart disease, sleep disturbances, and cognitive impairments as highlighted by the World Health Organization. Beyond its physical benefits, embracing silence can be our gateway to inner peace and resilience. Join us as we delve into the Stoic practices of cultivating silence, understanding its mysterious benefits, and integrating it into our daily lives for mental clarity and spiritual freedom. Together, we'll unlock the silent powers that help us navigate the complexities of modern life with serenity and courage. Number 1. Fortify resilience. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. These words, famously uttered by the ancient Chinese strategist Sun Tzu, echo profoundly within the teachings of Stoicism, especially when exploring the mysterious benefits of silence. This philosophy, which has stood the test of millennia, provides not just a framework for enduring life's storms, but tools for thriving within them. At the core of Stoic teaching is the cultivation of resilience, a quality that is especially vital in our modern age where distractions and pressures abound. Consider the image of a fortress, stoic, serene, and imperturbable. This fortress does not merely stand as a defense against the elements, but symbolizes our inner strength, our ability to withstand the vicissitudes of life. In the silence of our minds, we fortify this fortress, layer by layer, through patience and fortitude. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, personified this resilience in a time of almost unimaginable adversity. His era was riddled with devastating epidemics, ceaseless wars, and betrayals. Yet amidst these turbulent times, Aurelius found solace and strength in the quiet moments of reflection. His practice of Stoicism wasn't an escape from reality, but a means to engage with it more profoundly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he wrote in his Meditations. These words highlight the profound impact of introspection and silence on one's ability to navigate life's challenges. Every silent moment spent in contemplation allowed Aurelius to reconnect with his core principles, drawing from Stoic wisdom to guide his decisions. These were not mere reprieves from the cacophony of his imperial duties, but were crucial periods of mental and ethical realignment. His choices, shaped by deep reflection, influenced not only his fate, but that of an entire empire. He emerged not only unscathed by his ordeals, but also revered as a paragon of virtue and resilience. Today, we can draw on Aurelius's example and the Stoic practice of silence to manage our challenges. In our unending notifications, relentless work demands, and complex personal lives, setting aside moments for silence can help us regain clarity and strength. It's not just about finding peace amidst chaos, but about using that peace as a tool to reconstruct our lives and decisions for the better. As we navigate the complexities of contemporary life, let us remember that silence is not merely the absence of noise, but a space for growth and resilience. By embracing Stoic silence, we equip ourselves to face any adversity, transforming challenges into opportunities for personal and professional growth. Silence isn't about avoiding the noise around us, rather, it's about embracing the calm and using it as a tool to confront and engage with life's challenges. This active process helps us build fortitude, not as an outcome, but as a path paved through patience, self-control, and wisdom. Picture this. Just as a blacksmith tempers iron into steel, silence tempers our spirits, helping us to transform our struggles into pillars of strength and resilience. This concept of fortitude is beautifully illustrated by the story of Emily, a senior software engineer in a bustling tech company. Amidst a high-stakes project, her team faced critical technical issues. While her peers rushed to quick fixes, Emily chose a different approach. She spent a day in silence, away from the chaos, reflecting and strategizing. The following day, she proposed a solution that not only resolved the issue but also enhanced the project's efficiency. Her silent reflection provided not just a solution but a lesson in patience and insight that echoed across her team. Do you see how, like Emily, embracing silence can give you the clarity to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and innovation? As Stoics, we learn not only to withstand the storms of life like ancient oaks, but also to recognize that each challenge, each gust of wind, brings with it lessons that foster growth and understanding. This journey through silence into fortitude teaches us to accept and appreciate the inherent difficulties of life as crucial to our personal and spiritual development. As we traverse this path, we unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In silence, we find the space to grow, to reflect, and to prepare ourselves for the challenges ahead. So I ask you, are you ready to embrace the silent moments, to find strength in stillness, and to turn every challenge into a stepping stone for growth? Remember, the Stoic journey of embracing silence is filled with lessons not just about overcoming, but about thriving through the challenges. Each silent moment is a teacher, and each challenge a lesson in the grand classroom of life. Let us walk this path of Stoic silence together, building resilience, wisdom, and a profound appreciation for the journey itself. Number 2. Cultivate inner tranquility. Welcome to our journey into the Stoic and enigmatic benefits of silence, an essential practice for cultivating inner tranquility. Imagine a serene lake, its surface only slightly disturbed by delicate ripples. This isn't merely a poetic image but a vivid symbol of the potential stillness that can reside within our minds. In the fast-paced, noisy world, we navigate daily. Discovering true inner peace can seem as elusive and precious as finding a clear, calm lake in the midst of a vast desert. Here, silence isn't just the absence of sound. It is, rather, a sacred space that grants us the opportunity to forge a deep connection with our inner selves, unveiling a rich and textured inner landscape. According to Stoic philosophy, the pursuit of inner peace represents not just an ultimate goal, but a continuous journey. Silence is not merely beneficial, but essential in this quest. It serves as the key to unlocking the depths of this journey. Reflect on the life of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, who embraced silence as a means to temper his soul, enhance self-control, and deepen his understanding of both himself and his surroundings. Marcus dedicated daily periods to silence, and later penning his reflections in what we now treasure as his meditations. He likened his soul to a tranquil lake, where peace remains undisturbed by the chaos of the external world. Despite the immense pressures of ruling an empire, he maintained an unwavering tranquility by embracing quiet moments of reflection and self-examination. This practice is something we can integrate into our own lives. Why not begin by setting aside just 5 minutes each day to sit quietly in a peaceful corner? Turn off your phone, shut down your computer, and disconnect from the distractions of the digital world. Simply be present with yourself. During these moments, we learn to listen to our inner voice, discovering that true peace is not sourced from the outside, but emanates from within us. Marcus Aurelius once insightfully remarked, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Reflect on this as you consider integrating moments of silence into your daily routine. How might these quiet moments empower you to find peace and clarity? How could they help you cultivate a resilience that remains stable in the face of life's challenges? As we delve into these questions, consider the transformative power of silence. How might it unlock deeper understanding and wisdom? How could it serve as the foundation for tranquility and insight in your life? Join me as we explore these possibilities together, discovering the profound effects of pausing, resting, and reflecting in our quest for inner peace. What will you uncover about yourself and your potential for tranquility as you embrace the art of silence? Embarking on the path to inner peace can sometimes feel like an elusive quest, yet one of the most powerful, yet underappreciated ways to reach this state is through embracing silence. Imagine this. After a demanding day filled with deadlines and obligations, you choose to pause. You retreat to a quiet corner, shut off all digital distractions, and spend a mere 10 minutes in solitude, focusing solely on the rhythm of your breath. Initially, this might seem challenging as your thoughts scatter in 1,000 directions. However, as minutes tick by, a serene calm begins to blanket your mind, soothing your restless thoughts like gentle waves lapping against the shore. This tranquility is not fleeting but a profound quietude that strengthens your inner fortitude, enabling you to confront life's adversities with newfound resilience. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This encapsulates the essence of silence as a sanctuary, offering a retreat from the external chaos that surrounds us. In today's fast-paced world, where our senses are constantly bombarded by stimuli, finding moments of silence can be transformative. It allows us to clear the clutter of our minds, control the tumult of our emotions, and sharpen our decision-making skills. With each silent moment, we not only foster peace within ourselves but also gain a deeper understanding of life's complexities. This clarity often leads to profound insights about our surroundings and our personal journeys. What does peace mean to you in your everyday interactions and decisions? Have you noticed how periods of silence have reshaped your perspective or emotional responses? We invite you to reflect on these questions and share your experiences. It's through these shared stories that we can collectively uncover the subtle power of silence. By embracing quiet moments, we learn not just to react but to respond thoughtfully to our environment, crafting a life of purpose and calm. As we integrate silence into our daily routines, we find that its benefits permeate all aspects of our lives. It becomes not just a method for coping, but a strategy for thriving. Silence is no mere absence of noise. It is a profound presence that offers an eloquent lesson in self-mastery and wisdom. Remember, as Ernest Hemingway beautifully put it, "I like to listen. I have learned a great deal from listening carefully. Most people never listen." In the stillness of listening, we can hear the truth of our lives speaking back to us. Thus, as we continue to navigate the complexities of modern existence, let's cultivate silence, not as an escape, but as a gateway to deeper understanding and peace. This practice not only benefits us but also influences those around us, promoting a more mindful and compassionate world. Let us then commit to this quiet journey, discovering in each silent moment a universe of possibilities waiting to be explored. Number 3. Sharpen focus and clarity. In our quest for tranquility and inner fortitude, Stoic philosophy unveils an often overlooked tool: silence. It's a profound practice that sharpens our focus and clarifies our thoughts. Consider your mind not just a repository of information, but a serene pond, whose surface, when calm and undisturbed, reflects everything around it with crystal clarity. Stoicism teaches us that in the embrace of silence, the incessant worries that ripple through our consciousness begin to fade, allowing our mental clarity to transform from a fleeting glimpse into a durable, powerful force. Take Brian, for example, a writer whose greatest ideas surge in the stillness of early mornings or late at night when the world quiets down. It's during these moments that his thoughts and narratives align seamlessly, flowing from his mind onto the page with ease, free from the usual barriers of doubt and distraction. It's not the strained effort but the cultivated quiet that elevates his focus and clarity to their peak. But how can we, amid today's relentless noise and chaos, find these moments of silence? This challenge is not insurmountable. Stoic wisdom doesn't just recognize the benefits of silence, it implores us to actively seek it, to make room for quiet in our daily routines. Perhaps you might start by dedicating the early morning to reflection, or by turning off digital devices an hour before bed. Have you ever noticed how these small acts of silence bring clarity to your day? As you try integrating these practices into your routine, consider the deeper value they bring. Silence isn't just a pause. It's an opportunity to strengthen your mind, to make it resilient against the tumult of everyday life. So, I challenge you, where will you find your silence today? How will it change the way you think, plan, and perceive the world around you? Remember, in the pursuit of a Stoic life, the power of silence is more than just a momentary retreat. It's a strategic tool that refines our thoughts, hones our focus, and ultimately enhances our engagement with the world. By nurturing these quiet moments, we not only better understand ourselves and our paths, but also how we can impact our surroundings positively. So let's embrace the silent strength Stoicism offers, for in the quiet, we find the wisdom to lead a thoughtful and purposeful life. Consider the serene surface of a clear pond. Undisturbed, it reflects the world with pristine clarity. Similarly, by setting aside the cacophony of worries and thoughts of what's next, and grounding ourselves in the present, we can achieve a mental clarity that illuminates our perception of the world. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Let's delve into how we can cultivate this tranquil inner retreat and integrate it into our daily lives. This practice isn't merely a fleeting escape. It is a profound cultivation of habits that can profoundly transform our lives. When we embrace silence, we're not just avoiding unnecessary noise, we're actively engaging in creating a space where our mind can focus and flourish. It involves managing not only our personal time but also our physical and mental spaces, allowing us to prioritize tasks and set clear, attainable goals. By creating a systematic plan, we optimize our productivity, leading to success across various aspects of life. It's about honing our focus and achieving a clarity that extends beyond personal benefit. It positively influences our social environment as well. By living intentionally and wisely, we inspire and uplift those around us, contributing to societal harmony and development. As we cultivate silence in our daily routines, we unlock a myriad of benefits. Beyond the simple absence of sound, silence holds a space teeming with potential, a luminous realm where the mind is free from external distractions and internal turmoil. This newfound capacity for concentration and subtle insight can be transformative. Each day, take a few minutes to immerse yourself in silence. This might seem like a small step, but its effects can be profound. Now reflect on this. When was the last time you truly embraced silence? Can you recall the clarity and focus that emerged from those quiet moments? How did it feel to see the world with such depth and perception? As you ponder these questions, consider sharing your experiences. Have you noticed how silence has sharpened your focus or deepened your insights? Encourage dialogue by sharing your story in the comments below. Let's explore together how these moments of quiet can lead to greater clarity and ultimately, a more stoic, fulfilled life. In embracing silence, we don't just find quietude, we unlock the power to live more stoically. By applying these principles consistently, we refine our ability to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and confidence, promoting both personal growth and the well-being of our community. So I invite you to join me in this practice. Dedicate time each day to cultivate your inner sanctuary of silence and discover the profound benefits it brings. How will you integrate silence into your daily routine starting today? Thank you for joining us in today's video. Before we dive deeper, let me express my gratitude for your active engagement in our community. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts, and if you're unsure what to say, a simple, "I am a newbie" for newcomers, or "I am a Stoic" for the experienced among you, will do. Your contributions greatly motivate us. Let's continue this journey together, shall we? Number 4. Forge Stoic connections. In today's fast-paced world, the ancient practice of Stoicism offers profound insights into the art of silence, serving as a powerful tool for personal development and ethical living, particularly for men between the ages of 30 to 65. Silence is often misunderstood as merely the absence of sound, but in the context of Stoicism, it represents a strategic retreat into one's inner world, a realm where personal growth and intellectual clarity can flourish. Stoicism, a venerable philosophy from ancient Greece, posits that silence is integral to cultivating a virtuous and morally upright life. This philosophy encourages individuals to establish deep, meaningful connections with themselves, thereby enhancing their ethical understanding and fostering autonomy. Silence acts as a sanctuary, similar to a blank canvas for an artist or a quiet study for a philosopher, allowing one's consciousness to expand and potential to evolve. It is in these quiet moments that we can reflect, plan, and fortify our inner strength. Let's consider the example of Alex, a dedicated professional, grappling with the typical stresses of the corporate world, including tight deadlines and demanding expectations from his superiors. Alex has chosen to apply Stoic principles to better navigate his daily challenges, specifically through the disciplined practice of silence. Each morning before entering the bustling environment of his workplace, Alex carves out a few minutes for meditation and reflection. This daily ritual of silence is not just a pause but a deliberate setting of his intentions and a calibration of his emotions. During these moments, Alex engages deeply with his thoughts and feelings, constructing a mental space where clarity reigns. This practice allows him to approach his day with a mindset that is not reactive, but proactive and thoughtful. As pressures throughout the day mount, Alex uses his cultivated ability to remain silent as a strategic tool. Instead of succumbing to immediate emotional reactions, he finds a quiet space in his mind to process situations, enabling him to respond with greater wisdom and calm. This approach not only helps him manage his stress, but also allows him to make more thoughtful decisions. Epictetus, a sage in the Stoic tradition, once said, "Be silent for the most part," or, "If you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words." This philosophy underpins Alex's approach to his professional interactions. By embracing silence, Alex does not withdraw from the challenges of his environment. Rather, he engages with them more effectively, using his insights to influence and inspire his colleagues positively. This story of Alex and his application of Stoic silence illustrates its transformative potential in contemporary life. Silence, as practiced by Stoics, is not about isolation but about preparing oneself to face the world with greater resilience and insight. It fosters self-control, aids in managing anxiety, and enhances one's ability to deal with interpersonal challenges. For men navigating the complexities of midlife, understanding and practicing the Stoic art of silence can lead to profound personal satisfaction and success, proving that this ancient philosophy still resonates with modern challenges and aspirations. Stoicism teaches us the mysterious benefits of silence, not merely as a pause from the noise, but as a profound tool for personal growth and connection. Imagine for a moment that you are part of a community that values deep reflection and thoughtful interaction. Silence in this context isn't just absence of sound. It's a purposeful space allowing for the exchange of ideas and experiences without the clutter of unnecessary words. This shared quietude fosters not only individual insight, but also a unique bond among members, helping each person feel understood and supported. In such a community, silence transforms into a conduit for empathy and a deeper communion with the philosophies of Stoicism. But how does this apply to your daily life? Consider the last time you truly sat in silence, no phone, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. In these moments of stillness, silence offers more than rest. It provides a chance to reflect, to question our own beliefs and to explore the depths of our inner landscape. This introspection is crucial, as it helps us better understand not only who we are, but how we connect with those around us and the environment we inhabit. Now let's delve a bit deeper. How can silence enhance your ability to concentrate and clarify your thoughts? In a world that never stops talking, choosing to step back and embrace quiet can sharpen your focus and open your mind to insights that noise often drowns out. This clarity of mind can significantly improve how you tackle challenges and make decisions, leading to more effective and thoughtful actions. But there's more to silence than personal clarity. It also connects us to the broader, often overlooked ethical dimensions of Stoicism. By fostering silence, we build a bridge to understanding complex ethical dilemmas and our responses to them, grounding us more deeply in Stoic principles such as wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. As you incorporate more moments of silence into your routine, you might find yourself asking, "What can silence teach me today?" This open-ended question isn't just rhetorical. It's an invitation for you to explore silence as a dynamic and transformative force in your life. In conclusion, embracing silence is not just about cultivating personal peace or an escape from the chaos of everyday life. It's a strategic approach to deepen your understanding of yourself and your place in the world. It strengthens relationships, enhances ethical understanding, and fortifies your connection to Stoic philosophy. As we journey through the noise of the modern world, let us not forget the power of silence to transform our lives, offering a clearer path to wisdom and a more profound connection to the world around us. Number 5. Amplify mindful reflection. In our ceaseless quest for meaning and purpose, silence emerges not just as a mere void, but as fertile ground that nurtures profound contemplation and mindful awareness. Imagine yourself embarking on a journey inward, where silence is not an absence but a presence that enriches your soul. Marcus Aurelius, a luminary of Stoic philosophy, powerfully articulated this when he advised, "Become an impregnable fortress within yourself." His words echo through the ages, underscoring silence as a profound means to connect with our deepest selves. But how do we harness this enigmatic source of strength? Consider for a moment the practices of meditation and reflection, not merely as methods to empty the mind, but as ways to enrich it with deep understanding and wisdom. These practices allow us to sift through the noise of daily life and tune into a clearer, more resonant signal that guides us toward inner peace and resilience. Now let me ask you, have you ever noticed how silence can amplify your inner voice, allowing you to hear your thoughts and feelings more clearly? This introspective process is pivotal in Stoicism, which teaches us to look within and find our truth in the quiet. Through silence, we gain the clarity to respond to life's challenges not impulsively, but with thoughtful consideration. In the serene embrace of silence, we find the keys to unlock the mind's vast potential. Often, the greatest revelations and bursts of creativity emerge not amidst the cacophony of our daily commotion, but from the quiet depths of contemplation. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, elegantly captured this essence when he said, "True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment." This profound connection between silence and enlightenment is especially pivotal for men navigating the middle chapters of their lives, where clarity and purpose often seek solid ground. Consider the transformative power of a still morning when the world yet sleeps and the day's palette is just beginning to color the sky. It is in these early hours that you might find yourself in a peaceful retreat outdoors, accompanied only by the whispering leaves and the soft chorus of dawn. As you sit and draw your focus inward, breathing in calm and exhaling the clutter of your everyday concerns, your mind begins to shed its usual distractions. This mental clearing is not merely a pause, but a gateway to deeper understanding and profound insights. It is during such moments of tranquility that clarity often surfaces unexpectedly. You might recall a morning when, Amidst such quietude, the solution to a persistent work challenge suddenly crystallized in your mind. This mental clarity emerging from silence can be likened to a painter who discovers in a clean canvas the freedom to create without bounds. The realization dawns on you that this space, this clarity, could be the birthplace of numerous solutions and innovations if only you would regularly allow yourself this peaceful respite. The narrative here is not just about embracing silence, but understanding its integral role in self-discovery and problem-solving. Embracing silence allows you to explore profound questions like, who am I? And what am I truly seeking? Questions that define and direct our life's path. In these quiet moments, you are more than just a listener. You are a participant in the dialogue of your deepest self, discovering directions and dimensions previously uncharted. Thus, silence is not merely absence, it is a canvas of possibility. It offers a mirror reflecting not only who we are, but who we can become. In our relentless pursuit of life's goals, we often overlook this simple yet powerful tool. Silence nurtures the mind's soil, allowing the seeds of creativity and wisdom to sprout. As you integrate these quiet moments into your daily routine, they become more than just pauses. They transform into bridges connecting you with your innermost aspirations and insights, grounding you in both purpose and presence. In the relentless buzz of modern life, where we are perpetually tethered to a stream of digital chatter, the Stoic wisdom of embracing silence emerges as a profound sanctuary. Imagine this. You're juggling work emails, social media notifications, and the constant hum of city life. Now envision yourself stepping into a serene park, where the only sounds are the rustling of leaves and distant footsteps. This scenario isn't just a brief escape, but a necessary retreat to reconnect with your inner self and unlock a wellspring of creativity and solutions that lie dormant within you. Stoicism teaches us that in silence, there's more than just absence of noise. There's a presence of peace, inspiration, and introspective insights. To integrate this practice into your bustling life might seem daunting initially, but it is a journey worth embarking on. Whether it's through meditation, self-reflection, or silent walks, these techniques are not merely activities but gateways to deeper self-exploration and continuous personal inquiry. But how do you start? Are you ready to turn down the volume of the outside world and listen to what your inner voice has to say? Engaging in silence can profoundly shift how you perceive and interact with the world. You'll discover that peace in silence is not about isolating yourself, but about constructing a more meaningful and purposeful existence. Consider the story of Emma, a software developer who found herself overwhelmed by the cacophony of her daily grind. She began implementing short periods of silence into her daily routine, initially feeling resistance, but gradually noticing a significant transformation in her stress levels and creativity. Her experience underscores that the journey into silence is one we don't have to walk alone. It's a path shared with others seeking tranquility and clarity amid life's chaos. As you contemplate the power of silence, remember that its influence is subtle, yet profound. If this message resonates with you, don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. Perhaps, discuss how silence has unveiled new perspectives or solutions in your life. Let's cultivate a community where tranquility and clarity thrive, helping each other discover the creative and reflective benefits that silence holds. In closing, as you move forward, let the silence be your guide to deeper self-awareness and enhanced creativity. Each moment of quiet is a step toward understanding the vibrant inner life that Stoicism illuminates, offering a timeless message that is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. Number 6. Enhance self-control. Picture yourself in a quiet room sitting alone, enveloped by a deep, pervasive silence. Your mind begins to drift, touching upon various thoughts and emotions, yet it remains undisturbed by the cacophony of the external world. This practice of embracing silence is not merely an exercise in finding tranquility. It's a vital step toward deepening self-control and unlocking your full potential. The philosophy of Stoicism, which emphasizes mastering elements within our control and accepting those beyond it, sheds light on why silence holds such transformative power. But how can we effectively leverage this silence to strengthen our self-control amidst the tumultuous storms of daily life? Stoicism suggests daily meditation not just as a quiet time for reflection, but as a rigorous discipline for mental focus and mastery. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." During these moments of solitude, we practice observing our internal landscape without passing judgment, thereby enhancing our capacity to manage our reactions to external stresses. Have you ever taken the opportunity to just sit with your thoughts without attempting to alter them, merely observing? This practice is a window into our true selves, revealing our motivations and biases and fostering a deeper self-understanding and control. Alongside meditation, maintaining a daily journal acts as a powerful tool in this endeavor. It compels us to pause each day to reflect on our experiences, learnings, and areas for personal growth, which not only strengthens our self-control but also enhances our self-awareness. Now I pose to you these questions. What deeper understanding of yourself could you achieve if you committed to a daily practice of silence? How might this newfound knowledge influence your interactions with the world around you? By embracing the quiet, you embark on a journey to unravel the intricate aspects of your psyche, paving a clearer path toward self-improvement and resilience. I encourage you to delve into the silent recesses of your mind and discover the significant impacts this can have on your life's journey. Epictetus, a venerable figure in Stoic philosophy, once declared, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This powerful assertion invites us to master our reactions to life's events through self-reflection and silence. Are you ready to seize control of your responses and embark on a journey of self-discovery? Self-reflection is a pivotal aspect of building autonomy. By dedicating time to ponder our deepest values, ambitions, and ethical beliefs, we not only develop a better understanding of what is genuinely important to us, but also align our actions more closely with these insights. This harmony between thought and deed fortifies our self-governance, empowering us to live with purpose and integrity. Silence, both external and internal, is essential in this endeavor. Through practices like meditation, journaling, and quiet contemplation, we invite silence to enrich our inner life. This is not the silence of isolation, but a nurturing quiet that allows us to connect more profoundly with our true selves and, by extension, to take the reins of our lives more effectively. In the quietude of our introspection, we find the strength to craft a life that is not only reactive to external circumstances, but reflective of our deepest convictions, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Seneca, another luminary from the Stoic tradition, eloquently noted, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." In the context of our discussion, this highlights the serene joy found in moments of silence, where the noise of the world fades away and we are truly present with ourselves. As we delve deeper into the mysterious benefits of silence, we uncover its capacity to enhance our autonomy, a theme deeply rooted in modern life, where the constant clamor of demands and distractions can seem overwhelming. By integrating periods of silence into our daily routine, we can create a sanctuary of peace and clarity within, from which we can make decisions that resonate with our core being. In conclusion, embracing silence is akin to unlocking a secret chamber within, where wisdom and peace await to guide us. It's a journey of becoming who we are meant to be, by listening to what is unspoken and feeling what is invisible. Are you ready to explore the profound impact of silence on your autonomy? If so, let's affirm together our readiness to pursue this path of Stoic wisdom. Share your thoughts or simply comment, "I'm ready," to signal your commitment to this transformative exploration. Number 7. Open the door to wisdom. Have you ever found yourself desperately seeking a moment of quiet in the relentless hustle and bustle of modern life, longing to connect with the quiet voice deep within your soul? Silence offers more than a mere respite from the external noise. It opens the gateway to clarity and wisdom. By embracing stillness, taking that deliberate, deep breath, we not only reconnect with our own inner voices, but also seem to hear the universe whispering its secrets to us. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, profoundly stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful assertion prompts us to ponder. How can we harness the tranquility of silence to strengthen our minds and enrich our lives? How can the act of being silent help bridge the gap to profound self-discovery and a deeper understanding of the world? Within the quietude of silence, we find a reflective retreat. As the distractions of the outside world fade away, we are left alone with our thoughts in a peaceful sanctuary, allowing us to probe deeply into what truly resonates with our core selves. Silence does not merely help us uncover personal truths. It leads us on a path toward genuine wisdom and emancipation. Let's consider a contemporary example. Sarah, an overwhelmed executive, found herself drowning in her hectic schedule. One day she chose to dedicate her mornings to silence. By simply sitting quietly with her thoughts each day, she began to notice a transformation. Her ideas became sharper, decisions came more easily, and her overall stress diminished significantly. Sarah's experience underscores the transformative power of incorporating moments of silence into our daily lives. Have you ever tried simply sitting in complete silence, doing nothing but listening deeply? In those moments of quiet, did you feel a deeper connection to yourself and to the world around you? Seneca and Epictetus, celebrated Stoic philosophers, championed silence as a gateway to limitless knowledge and internal fortitude. They did not view silence merely as a practice, but as an essential pathway to gaining profound insights about life and oneself. Why not begin your own journey into silence today? Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly, be still, and listen with intent. This isn't just a routine exercise in silencing the outer noise, but a profound exploration into the vast power of silence and the remarkable insights it can reveal about our lives. As we step back into the noise of the world from our silent moments, we carry with us not just a newfound appreciation for Stoic philosophy, but also a powerful, subtle strength. This newfound strength may not be loud or visible, yet it possesses the extraordinary ability to transform our inner lives, guiding us to navigate the complexities of life with resilience and grace. How will you harness the mystical benefits of silence to reshape your daily experiences and discover the strength within? As we conclude today's exploration of the profound benefits of silence through Stoic philosophy, I encourage each of you to take a moment to reflect on how embracing quiet moments can enrich your life. Consider how silence can be a gateway to deeper self-awareness and a more composed state of mind. I challenge you to integrate these lessons into your daily routines and observe the transformative impact it has on your personal growth and happiness. I am eager to hear about your experiences with this practice. How has silence influenced your decisions, relationships, or overall well-being? Please share your insights and stories in the comments below. Engaging with your experiences not only enriches our community, but also deepens our collective understanding of Stoicism in action. If this video has inspired you or provided new insights, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content that aims to blend ancient wisdom with modern living. By spreading these teachings, we can help others unlock their potential and find tranquility in the noise of everyday life. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, it's in our moments of silence that we often hear the most about ourselves. Let's carry this wisdom forward, and together, continue to grow stronger and more resilient. See you in the next video. Imagine the profound silence of a vast ocean, the kind of quiet that seems to echo with ancient wisdom. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Now, let's apply this serenity to our daily lives. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where today we explore how silence can turn you into a powerful man through Stoicism. Picture yourself in a bustling city where the clamor of daily life never ceases. Amidst this chaos, you choose to embrace silence not just as a lack of noise but as a powerful tool for personal transformation. Like a wise gardener in a noisy metropolis who turns off all machines and steps into a day of deep quietude, you too can find a unique strength. This gardener, by choosing silence, observes every leaf, hears the faint rustle of the earth, and connects more deeply with his environment than ever before. The quiet does not isolate him. Instead, it reveals a world of vibrant interactions, where even the plants seem to communicate in the stillness. Join me as we delve into how embracing silence can enhance your perceptiveness, strengthen your resolve, and ultimately, forge a more powerful you. Lesson number 1. The quieter you are, the more you will hear. In a world where the cacophony of everyday life often drowns out our inner voice, embracing silence can transform you into a more powerful, discerning individual. This lesson is encapsulated perfectly by the simple yet profound wisdom: the quieter you are, the more you will hear. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on mastery over oneself, teaches us that true strength often lies in restraint and quietude, much like the careful, silent tending of a garden that allows it to thrive. Consider the gardener, who amidst the tumult of the elements finds clarity and purpose in the stillness. Silence for him is not merely a lack of noise, but a space ripe with the potential for growth. He understands that true communication often transcends spoken words, residing instead in the pauses that punctuate our speech. In these pauses, our minds, much like a well-tended garden, have the opportunity to blossom, expanding beyond the mundane and reaching towards something greater. By choosing silence, we allow ourselves to set aside the clutter of our verbal engagements and tune in to the more subtle frequencies of life, those messages and insights that are only perceptible when the mind is quiet. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This aligns with the idea that in silence our capacity to listen is heightened, enabling us to absorb not just the words of others, but the vast array of unspoken knowledge that our environment offers. Silence, therefore, is not an absence but a profound presence. It is a language unto itself, conveying meanings that words often fail to capture. In the modern hustle, where distractions are incessant, silence offers a retreat, a space to delve deeper into our thoughts and emotions, to create, to find peace, and to forge a connection with what is genuinely significant. It teaches us that by listening more, we can learn more, becoming wiser and more attuned to the intricacies of our lives and the lives of others. Moreover, as we cultivate silence, we not only discover new wisdom but also become capable of profound transformation. As the ancient adage goes, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. To remain incessantly vocal is to circulate what we already know, stunting our intellectual and spiritual growth. Conversely, by embracing silence, we open ourselves to new learnings and deeper understandings, ultimately becoming not just recipients of knowledge, but also its creators. Through integrating silence into our daily lives, we find a powerful tool for self-improvement and reflection. It enables us to step back from the immediacy of our reactions and responses, offering a clearer perspective on our challenges and conflicts. In silence, we find the strength not only to confront our difficulties but also to transcend them, growing in resilience and insight. This lesson of silence is indispensable, particularly in our contemporary era, where the barrage of information and opinion can overwhelm and mislead. By valuing silence, We assert control over our internal and external environments, turning away from superficial chatter and embracing a more profound Stoic approach to life. In doing so, we become not just participants in our world, but thoughtful, powerful architects of our destiny. In the quietude that Socrates revered, wisdom begins its journey, a journey where deep reflection and inner silence serve as the compass guiding us toward profound understanding. He believed that it is in these moments of stillness that our most insightful thoughts emerge. Anne Frank, echoing this sentiment amidst the direst circumstances, found her strength and her voice in silence. In silence, my truest words come to life, and I find the strength to face the world. These poignant words remind us that silence isn't merely the absence of noise, but a sanctuary where we forge our deepest convictions and clarity. Consider this modern tale. A young entrepreneur, overwhelmed by the noise of her bustling startup, began dedicating the first hour of her mornings to silence. In these quiet moments, she reflected on her goals, the direction of her business, and her personal well-being. This practice not only sharpened her focus, but allowed her to lead her team with a calm, collected mind. It's a testament to the power of silence in our relentless world. By embracing quietude, she could discern the crucial from the trivial, steering her venture with a clear vision. Now ask yourself, how often do you pause and embrace silence? In our day-to-day lives, we are constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and a cacophony of distractions that can drown out our inner voice. Silence grants us the space to disconnect from the chatter and reconnect with our core, where we can hear the subtle yet significant insights that guide our decisions. Silence teaches us that our thoughts are transient visitors in the mind. As Buddha profoundly noted, we are not our thoughts. By observing our thoughts rather than identifying with them, we learn to see them as they truly are, fleeting, passing clouds in the expansive sky of our minds. This realization is liberating. It underscores that the self is not a fixed entity but a dynamic and evolving essence, untethered from the ephemeral nature of thoughts. So, as we conclude, let us reflect on the transformative power of silence. It is in silence that we learn the art of listening to ourselves and the world around us. It is where we find the strength to face our challenges and the clarity to embrace opportunities. Silence is not just a pause, but a path to understanding, a tool that empowers us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. How will you use silence to forge your path forward? Lesson number 2. Silence promotes self-discipline and self-mastery. Have you ever considered the power of silence? Today, let's explore how embracing silence can elevate your self-discipline and master yourself. Imagine harnessing a tool so potent that even in the darkest times, it offers strength and sanctuary. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and distinguished psychologist, vividly illustrated this in his writings about life in Nazi concentration camps. He noted that prisoners often found a profound strength in inner silence, which created a space where they could maintain mental sanity and find meaning amid utter chaos. Why is silence so transformative? When you choose silence, you are essentially choosing to control the impulse to speak. Think about it. How often do you react impulsively in emotional or challenging situations? The ability to remain silent is not just about withholding words, but about embracing emotional maturity and self-control. It gives you a moment to pause, reflect, and then respond, allowing you to avoid unnecessary conflicts and to choose your words wisely. Consider the impact of meditation programs in prisons, where inmates who embraced meditation found improved self-control, reduced stress levels, and enhanced abilities to respond constructively to challenging situations. Doesn't this suggest that silence has a unique power to reform and strengthen even those in the most dire circumstances? Now let's draw inspiration from historical figures who utilized silence as a strategic tool. Mahatma Gandhi, during his nonviolent resistance movements against colonial rule in India, adopted fasting and silence as forms of protest. Through his silence, Gandhi demonstrated unwavering determination and self-control, showing that actions often speak louder than words. His silence was a message, a powerful form of communication that echoed across India and beyond. Similarly, Nelson Mandela, during his long years in prison, used silence as a means to maintain his dignity and steadfastness against oppressive forces. His silence was not passive. It was an active, powerful stand that played a crucial role in his survival and eventual leadership in dismantling apartheid in South Africa. So why should you consider incorporating silence into your life? Because silence is more than the absence of noise. It's a practice of mindfulness that enables you to manage impulsive reactions, thus fostering healthier interpersonal relationships and enhancing communication. It's a stoic practice that strengthens you from within, equipping you to face life's challenges with calm and resolution. Let me ask you this. What might change in your life if you started valuing silence as a source of power? How could it transform your interactions and your inner resilience? Think about the peace and clarity that come from a moment of silence. Isn't it intriguing to consider that by simply being silent, you could grow stronger and more influential? As we wrap up today's discussion, remember these words by the ancient Roman philosopher Seneca. He who does not know how to be silent will not know how to speak. Apply this wisdom as you move through your day. Embrace moments of silence and watch as they transform you into a more powerful, disciplined, and masterful individual. Lesson number 3. Silence can send a powerful message in various scenarios. In the clamor of our modern lives, where words are incessantly exchanged in both digital and verbal formats, the art of silence emerges as a formidable force in shaping a man's presence and power. Silence, as a strategic tool of communication, wields the ability to convey messages that words sometimes cannot capture. This profound utility of silence is not just a practice, but a philosophical strategy that can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Consider this. The act of withholding verbal responses can serve as a powerful testament to one's composure and confidence. By employing timely pauses during conversations, a person can exhibit a depth of understanding and thoughtfulness that speaks louder than words. These pauses allow one to process information, craft thoughtful responses, or emphasize the significance of a moment. Silence is not simply the absence of noise, but a space filled with potential for profound communication. Reflecting on the historic rituals of the Dutch, renowned for their contemplative silences, we see how they harness silence to express complex human emotions and respect during solemn occasions. Their practices underscore the value of silence in adding weight and dignity to moments that mere words often diminish. The power of silence in the face of tragedy or significant events is particularly notable. It's a solemn recognition that some realities are too vast or too profound to be encapsulated by language. American author Mark Twain captured this sentiment perfectly when he noted that the right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. His observation highlights that strategic silences often speak volumes, offering respect and recognition that surpass the mere articulation of feelings. Moreover, academic research supports the potency of silence. Studies indicate that a pause in conversation can start to feel uncomfortable after just 2 seconds, suggesting that mastering the use of silence can significantly impact social interactions and personal relationships. Learning to use silence effectively allows one to steer conversations and interactions in a manner that can be more impactful than the most eloquent speech. Incorporating a quote from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "Silence is better than unmeaning words," aligns seamlessly with this discussion. His wisdom teaches us that not all thoughts need to be spoken. Sometimes the most powerful messages are those left unsaid. Stoicism, with its emphasis on internal control and the discernment of when to speak and when to remain silent, offers valuable lessons for modern men. By embracing silence, one not only conserves personal energy but also exudes an aura of mystery and depth, enhancing one's influence and presence. In the realm of communication, silence often brews an air of uncertainty, leading to internal turmoil with thoughts like, "Did I say something wrong?" Or, does this person not like me? This discomfort can compel those on the receiving end to act, attempting to fill the void created by silence. This scenario can significantly benefit the individual who strategically chooses moments of silence, wielding it as a tool of power and influence. Moreover, there are times when silence serves as the safer route over speaking. For instance, when voicing an opinion might undermine our position, or when the conversation revolves around topics we are not well versed in, opting to listen rather than speak can prevent us from appearing inadequate. This choice not only allows us to gather more information, but also prevents potential missteps in areas where our knowledge is limited. Choosing to remain silent can also indicate a genuine interest in listening, a quality highly valued by many. The Roman philosopher Seneca perfectly encapsulated this when he remarked, "Often I regretted having spoken, never that I remained silent." His words highlight the critical importance of discernment in deciding when to speak and when to let silence do the talking. Imagine a modern scenario where a young professional sits in a high-stakes business meeting, surrounded by seasoned executives. As discussions unfold, the temptation to jump in and impress with his insights is strong. Yet he recalls the teachings of Stoicism and opts instead to listen, absorbing the nuanced strategies discussed. His choice to embrace silence is noticed, and rather than seeing him as inexperienced, his colleagues appreciate his thoughtful approach and willingness to learn. This strategic silence not only boosts his credibility, but also positions him as a contemplative and wise team member. Now ask yourself, how often do you choose silence as a strategic tool in your conversations? Could embracing this approach empower you and enhance your interactions? As we navigate the complexities of communication, remember that silence is not merely the absence of words, but a profound strategy that can elevate our stature and influence. It teaches us to listen actively, harnesses our ability to observe, and, most importantly, grants us the wisdom to speak only when it truly adds value. In your next challenging conversation, consider the power of silence and how it might transform your impact. Embrace this approach, and you may find that sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Thank you for tuning into today's video. Before we proceed to our next topic, I want to take a moment to thank you for being part of our community. Your participation is highly valued. Feel free to share your own experiences or thoughts. If you're not sure what to write, you can simply comment, "I am a newbie" if you're new to our channel, or "I am Stoic" if you've been with us for some time. Your involvement is not just appreciated, it's truly inspiring to us. Now let's continue on this path together, shall we? Lesson number 4. Silence enhances well-being. Imagine navigating a world perpetually filled with noise, be it the clatter of technology, the buzz of the social sphere, or the inner tumult of your own thoughts. Now consider how silence can transform you into not just a participant in this noisy world, but a master of your own inner peace. What might it look like to embrace silence in your daily life? How could it turn you into a more powerful individual? Silence, often overlooked, is a profound healer. It's a sanctuary where the mind can find respite from the unrelenting chaos of everyday life. Historical anecdotes and personal testimonies abound, illustrating that when we choose silence, we choose to soothe our internal tempests. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple yet profound advice highlights the strength found in silence, a strength that can fortify your well-being. Recent scientific studies lend weight to this age-old wisdom. Findings reveal that moments of silence not only relieve the mind, but also enhance sleep quality and decrease the frequency of insomnia. Interestingly, research demonstrates that merely 2 minutes of silence can be more calming than a session of relaxing music. This begs the question, what might just a few minutes of silence each day do for your mental clarity and focus? However, the benefits of silence extend beyond mere relaxation. Constant bombardment by environmental noise can significantly elevate stress hormone levels, detrimentally affecting both mental and physical health. Silence, by contrast, allows our cognitive functions to recharge. It reduces stress and fosters a state of alert relaxation. As we reduce our exposure to noise, we not only mitigate these harmful effects, but also gain an enhanced capacity for empathy, creativity, and introspection. Now I invite you to reflect on your own life. How often do you allow yourself the luxury of silence? Do you recognize moments in your day where you could turn down the volume of the outside world and listen to the quiet voice within? Imagine the profound impact this could have on your personal and professional life. Could silence be the key to unlocking a more powerful, poised version of yourself? In embracing silence, you are not merely stepping away from noise. You are stepping toward a deeper understanding of yourself and a more profound engagement with the world around you. In an era where the cacophony of modern machinery incessantly invades our space, the understated virtue of silence remains grossly underestimated. The blare of life's machinery, both literal and metaphorical, often drowns out the tranquil cadence that could otherwise orchestrate a powerful transformation within us. As Seneca once advised, true silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment. This timeless wisdom underscores the profound impact that embracing quiet can have on a man's soul and stature. Consider how, amidst the relentless clamor, moments of silence emerge as sanctuaries of calm. These periods of quietude are not mere pauses but portals to profound introspection and renewal. They allow us to break free from the constant stream of data and demands that besiege us, offering a rare opportunity to recalibrate our inner compass. In these quiet moments, whether through meditative practices, reflective solitude in nature, or a brief respite in a dimly lit room, we find a deep, restorative power. Silence, in its purest form, is both a retreat and a revealer, presenting us with a clarity and peace obscured by everyday noise. The beauty of silence is that it speaks a universal language, understood intuitively by all. It is an enigmatic whisper, filled with clarity, comfort, and profound substance, reminding us of the wisdom in stillness. The act of embracing silence can transform a man in ways words cannot encapsulate. It builds resilience, fosters deep thinking, and cultivates an aura of strength and authority. As Blaise Pascal poignantly noted, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. This observation highlights the power of solitude and silence in mastering oneself, which is the essence of Stoic philosophy. Incorporating these silent intervals into daily life is not merely beneficial. It is essential for anyone striving to wield influence and command respect in a noisy world. The challenge, however, lies not in seeking silence, but in allowing it to unfold naturally and resonate within us. To integrate this practice effectively, one might start by dedicating a few minutes each day to silent reflection, gradually building this habit until it becomes a sanctified part of one's routine. By reconnecting with the potent calm of silence, we not only enhance our personal well-being, but also our interactions with others. A man who can harness the power of silence can lead without cacophony, influence without intrusion, and embody strength with serenity. In the timeless flow of modern life, where noise is often mistaken for necessity, silence is indeed golden. In crafting a life that harmonizes with Stoic ideals, embracing silence is akin to drawing wisdom from a wellspring of peace. It invites us to listen, not just to the absence of sound, but to the presence of a deeper understanding within ourselves and the world around us. As we navigate through the ebbs and flows of life with a serene mind and resilient spirit, let us remember that in the quietude lies the power to transform ourselves into truly powerful men. Lesson number 5. Silence as a gateway to creativity and innovation. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca once remarked, "True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment." This insight lays the foundation for understanding the transformative potential of silence in cultivating a powerful, innovative, and focused mind. In today's relentless hustle, where the cacophony of demands drowns out our inner voice, Embracing silence can become a strategic retreat that amplifies creativity and strength. Silence is not merely the absence of noise, but a vast expanse where creativity burgeons unimpeded. History's great innovators, from Albert Einstein to modern thinkers, leveraged the sanctity of silence to spark groundbreaking ideas. Einstein, for instance, found in the quietude of solitude the mental clarity that birthed theories, altering our grasp of the universe. In silence, the mind is liberated, free to wander, explore, and innovate without the incessant interruptions that plague our everyday environments. It becomes a canvas where nascent thoughts and unformed ideas gradually take shape, evolve, and attain clarity. More than a mere pause from the external world, silence is a form of rigorous mental discipline. It forges an inner fortitude, enabling one to navigate through intellectual challenges with a focused resolve. By integrating periods of silence into our daily routine, we train our minds to achieve deeper concentrations and sustain the kind of prolonged focus that is often required for creative and intellectual breakthroughs. It is in these moments of stillness that our brains engage most dynamically, connecting dots, solving puzzles, and generating insights that are inaccessible amidst the chaos of constant noise. The practice of embracing silence is akin to mental conditioning, enhancing one's capacity for deep work. A concept championed by writer Cal Newport as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. This disciplined quietude is not just beneficial, it is essential for those seeking to achieve significant leaps in creativity and innovation. As we allow ourselves to retreat into silence, we cultivate a mental landscape where ideas can flourish and resilience can be built. As we move forward, let us heed the words of another Stoic thinker, Marcus Aurelius, who advised, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Let the silence be your sanctuary, where the cacophony of the world fades into the background, and the true strength of your character and intellect emerges with clarity and purpose." Embrace silence, and watch as it transforms you into a more powerful, centered, and innovative man. Lesson number 6. Silence strengthens resolve and decision-making. In the dynamic world we inhabit, the power of silence is often underestimated. Yet it is through silence that one can cultivate a stronger resolve and sharpen decision-making skills. Imagine the tranquility of a quiet room free from distractions where each thought can be fully formed and every decision carefully weighed. This is not just a withdrawal from noisy, but a strategic move towards clarity and precision. Stoicism teaches us the value of reflection before action, a principle deeply rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. He consistently emphasized the necessity of internal deliberation, the kind fostered in solitude, for making prudent choices. In silence, the tumult of impulsive desires and fleeting emotions subsides, paving the way for a more rational and clear-headed evaluation of circumstances. This methodical approach invariably leads to superior decisions, as it is not the chaos of the moment that guides us but a serene and thoughtful mindset. Consider the savvy leader or skilled negotiator who utilizes silence as a tactical tool in critical meetings. In these high-stakes environments, sometimes the most compelling action is to hold back, to speak through stillness and assert influence by simply observing. Such mastery over silence not only projects confidence, but also commands respect, allowing one to steer discussions without uttering a single word. Let's look at a modern example that illustrates the strength of silence. Picture a young entrepreneur facing potential investors, feeling the weight of the moment. Instead of succumbing to the pressure to fill the air with persuasive pitches, she pauses, allowing her silence to build anticipation and command attention. In this pause, she gathers her thoughts, considers her words carefully, and speaks with precision. The result? Her composure and clarity impress her audience, securing their confidence and investment. Now, why do you think silence can be so powerful in our everyday interactions? It's a question worth pondering as we navigate through life's noise. To truly harness the power of silence, remember these key lessons. Silence is a shield against rashness, a mentor in prudence, and a companion to wisdom. As you move forward, embrace moments of silence and let them guide you to thoughtful and resolute decisions that not only define your actions but also, ultimately, define your life. Lesson number 7. Silence as a catalyst for personal transformation. Embracing the practice of silence can dramatically reshape your sense of self and catalyze profound personal transformation. Imagine stepping away from the noise of everyday life. What would you discover in the quiet spaces where you meet your true self, unmasked and undistracted? This encounter, while simple in concept, is transformative in practice, offering a rare mirror reflecting the depths of your inner world. Stoic philosophy, an ancient guide to personal wisdom, emphasizes the importance of such self-examination. As Epictetus, a luminary of Stoicism, once remarked, "Know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly." This call to self-knowledge as the root of wisdom underpins the transformative power of silence. In silence, you are presented with the unique opportunity to deeply understand your thoughts, motivations, and the dissonance between your beliefs and actions. How often do you find that your daily choices truly align with your core values? Moreover, silence isn't just a retreat, but a rigorous exercise in mental and ethical gymnastics. It challenges you to confront and embrace solitude, teaching resilience and poise in the face of external pressures. This practice cultivates a tempered, resilient character, equipping you to navigate life's turbulences with grace and stoic calm. Have you ever noticed how the most centered individuals often seek moments of solitude? They understand that these periods of quiet are not voids of emptiness, but fertile ground for growth and creativity. Silence, then, is not merely a passive state, but an active, powerful practice that enhances mental, creative, and ethical capacities. As you contemplate integrating silence into your daily routine, consider this. What aspects of your life could benefit from more introspection? How might silence serve not just as a break from noise, but as a bridge to a deeper understanding of yourself and your path in life? Each lesson on the power of silence reveals that its practice is more than a mere pause. It is a gateway to a more powerful, self-aware existence. It's about transforming silence from a mere absence of noise into a profound presence in your life. How will you harness the power of silence to become the powerful person you aspire to be? In today's exploration on how silence can turn you into a powerful man, we've journeyed through the profound and often overlooked virtues of silence, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. This video has delved into how embracing silence not only sharpens our senses but deepens our connections with ourselves and the world around us. From the tranquil gardens to the lessons of historical figures, we've seen that silence is not merely an absence of noise, but a powerful tool for self-discovery, resilience, and wisdom. As we wrap up, I invite you to reflect on how you can incorporate more silent moments into your daily life. How might silence enhance your decision-making, your relationships, or even your peace of mind? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights enrich our community. If this topic resonated with you, consider subscribing to Stoic in Your Life for more content that helps bridge ancient wisdom with modern challenges. Let's continue to learn and grow together, embracing the quiet strength that silence offers. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may you find wisdom in the whisper of the world.